ain't dead, dead. PlayStation ain't dead, dead. PlayStation ain't dead, dead. PlayStation ain't dead, dead. You and what I said. PlayStation ain't dead.
Good evening.
What up?
Man, I've had massive diarrhea for the past 4 hours.
Hey, Sean, you got
New
a little,
year,
you got
new
a little-
you.
you got a little crap on top of your head, dude. What the fuck is that?
Well, this is the hat that only real collectors wear. They have the most ultimate collections, the greatest collections.
Could you
They got
look
the
straight
greatest-
up and display your neck beard for us that goes with that hat?
I mean, only
man.
the best. Only the best.
Yes, only the best here.
Happy New Year, guys. Good to see you guys. How was your guys' New Year's?
No, it's cool. I blew. We did fireworks here. Fireworks.
There you
Me and the kids, me and my daughter, and then the neighborhood kids all glommed on. And these kids were annoying. I'm trying to light a firecracker, and these kids are like, they got all 1 foot away from the flaming firecracker. They're sticking all their faces. Like, God damn it! I don't know.
Sean,
Oh,
how was
cool.
yours?
Mine was uneventful. I tried to just hound people for free video games and make them feel bad for me.
By the way, anybody
all been
listening,
there.
if you want to send free video games,
No, really, no. I sat home all. It was a nice day off. I sat home all day. I forget what I played. I played something all day. I don't know what the hell I played. And
you
then
play video games?
yeah, I did play a lot of Kingdom Hearts this week. I've never played that series because I'm not a real gamer, and I'm enjoying it. I was starting at the beginning, of the PS4, remakes. So I'm starting at 1.5, the final mix, whatever the fuck that means, because there's like 17,000 of these Kingdom Hearts games, and I can't beat a boss, and I stopped playing. So then all day today, I've been playing Persona 3 Portal.
Very, very nice. I'm gonna ask you a question, but we'll wait till we get our guest on.
Guys, there's a little bit of housekeeping we need to take care of. We're changing the name. We're changing the name because, a couple of reasons. The name's a little confusing. PlayStation ain't dead. We're not just PlayStation. We cover all video games here. And the name's a little confusing. It's a little misleading. I had a couple of people ask me, you just cover PS1 games? So we are going to change the name. The new name of the show is the Super Happy Fun Time Video Game Podcast Show.
I love it. I love it.
Ain't dead. So
yes.
be looking for our new brand we're going to be rolling out here. So we hope you guys will stick around. I don't know.
We got shirts on the way. So stickers, everything.
Anyway, let's get to tonight's guest. Tonight on the show, we have the founder and admin of Retro City Games Facebook collecting and sales group. He's an accomplished collector, got a wealth of knowledge. He's been collecting since 1999 and has been a hardcore gamer since the 80s. Favorite genre, Metroidvania. His recent collecting focus is completing many of the older games on console he has. Now, while he is a vintage Nintendo collector first and foremost, he collects for just about every console, and we'll forgive him for that. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome aboard Dr. Matthew Rothfuss. Hey.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome.
Happy Saturday night.
Hey.
Happy Saturday
For
night.
having.
Let me get my show hat on.
It's Friday night somewhere else, but here it's Saturday.
Where you at?
Where's the hat going? I'm in Eastern Pennsylvania,
okay.
Bethlehem, if you know where.
I've heard of
where
it.
that is. Yeah.
Isn't that in Israel?
Yes. It's also in Pennsylvania. So Eastern, like near Philadelphia, New York City.
I gotta ask Matthew, what are you a doctor of?
Bullshit.
Thugonomics.
Are we allowed to say that on YouTube?
Yeah, you can. Say,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Can we curse?
how long has it been? 5 minutes? Oh no, yeah, too late. We're
No, it just hit 5 minutes, so we're good.
yeah, we're age
Literally.
restricted now.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you so much for having me tonight. I've been watching the podcast for a little over a month, and it's a lot of fun.
Thanks,
So,
man. Appreciate
high
it.
praise.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll try
So,
to
Matt,
make it a good one for you tonight.
Let's go out with a bang.
This is it. This is the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
it's over.
you're changing the name after tonight, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have such a negative. We have such a negative. We have such a negative brand. I mean, that's
Oh,
the word on the
geez.
street is, so.
Brand.
why? Yeah,
Brand.
why is it called PlayStation Ain't Dead? I'm still confused. Like, when has
All right.
PlayStation ever died? Like,
Wait, it's funny. It's a long story, really. The PlayStation ain't dead. The PS2 group, PS2 ain't dead. We stole it from some guy in the Middle East, and then we booted him because it was about well, how many 14,000 when we first got it, James?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so we stole it from the guy in the Middle East, 14,000 members, and we built it up to what are we at? 48K?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But it's an international group, so you got all sorts of dickheads in there.
I don't even know.
At the time,
You
the
can add to that
name
one.
would make
Yeah.
sense. PS2 ain't dead. You know, if you're on the PS3.
Yeah, this was like this was right before COVID, so like we were obviously all in the the PS2 group, PS1, and then we'll kind of talk just like we do. Like PS3's popping, I'm collecting for it at the time. I was like, let's make a PS3 ain't dead group, and then the rest of history kind of just branched on from that. So
You guys collect for the PS2?
Yes.
Yeah.
no, I don't.
I don't think I've ever seen you guys have a PS2 pickup.
Yeah. It's rare.
Since I started watching.
I got them. I already got like all the holy grails, so that was probably before I joined the groups. So my pickups are far and few between on the PS2. You don't see me a lot in there.
Matt, how long has Retro City been up and running? How long has that group been on
I think
the
we
blog?
started in the summer of 2018. So
Okay.
we're going here. We're in our 6th year. So
Did you guys see a freaking massive explosion when the COVID times hit? Was it sick?
I'd
crazy
say
in there?
it definitely picked up member wise because it was kind of a close knit group for a couple of years where I knew most of the collectors, and then a lot of the newer collectors in the last couple of years since COVID hit, I think have joined since then. But we're still getting some guys every once in a while. Somebody will join. I know this guy. I can't believe he's not part of our group. I've known him for 5 years as a collector, so I'm slacking.
Wait, you might have booted him and then he just sucked back in. That's how you know.
Yeah.
We should have one of those days where like you're wiped clean. Like everybody we've booted, you can come back in that day. What is that called? Is it Amnesty Day? Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
They wipe your.
I can't
Yeah.
keep track of all the people that per day that asked to be in the group. I mean, I don't even read the names. I don't.
No, in the PS2 and the PSP / Vita ain't dead groups, and PS3 we've in the past week we've landed on some sort of algorithm wave, and we're getting like 100 new people requesting a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. We know what we've actually noticed recently, and we brought Will on this fall, which has been great. So indirectly, it's probably why I've kind of discovered this podcast. But we've discovered the amount of absolute scammers that have been joining in the last couple of months. And I don't know what is going on. It's probably not just a Retro City thing or even a Facebook thing. It's just the scammers are out. 2023, 2024.
It's all about the entrance questions you ask.
I don't even remember what the entrance question was.
Yeah.
They get through them though too. I don't know.
It's the only thing I read. There's like
Yeah, because
I'm gonna let Sean redo our entrance question.
Will
Yeah.
made it. It's like, what does rule number 3 say? If they don't answer that question, they're not in.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Sean did your rules, question number 3 would be: Are you subscribed to the PlayStation 8 Dead channel?
Yeah. Gotta figure
Answer
out a
no.
way to do
Click the
that.
fuck out.
You're out.
Upload a photo.
Are you from Europe?
I got a question for all you guys. So I just came across this video where this guy went and traveled. So he went on a trip with this girl. He got her a Game Boy Advance, and she left it. She forgot it or got it stolen in the airport. They flew back to where they were originally at. He had an Apple AirTag in the bag where the Game Boy was at, and he flew back to Detroit to track down the person that stole the Game Boy. So my question is to you guys: how far would you guys go to either get revenge or get whatever you sold something back? What would you guys do? Like, how far would you go? Would you take it up as a loss? Would you go? What would you do?
If it's a Game Boy,
I would just go on eBay and get another one. I don't know.
I'd say as somebody that has bought a lot of stuff locally over the years, that usually I just take the loss. I have actually digitally threatened a few people and gotten my money back. I got scammed about 3 or 4 years ago from a guy, and I tracked him down in Ohio, and I called his father. And I talked to his father on the phone, who apologized to me. And long story short, I decided not to file a police report or anything. But the whole experience was insane. I got scammed out about $300.
Did you get it back?
And it was stupidity. No, never got it back.
No, you got an apology.
To this day, I don't have a Cash App because of it. So,
no.
It was one of those Cash App deals.
It's for somebody that's been collecting as long as me, I should have known better. But they really knew what to say and how to do it. And they caught me on the wrong day.
What was the?
I've only bought from people that I don't know like once or twice, and
I found them because I tracked down the photos that were used, and they had the same photos that were used at their little shitty little fucking, like, are those 2 words allowed in the same sentence on YouTube?
Shitty and fuck are okay.
Like one of those little, like, I got a gas station video game store, crackhead special video game store.
Oh man,
I'm setting up here, and I found the exact same photos, and I tracked the guy down, but whatever.
What was the bait?
It was a bunch of GameCube games and some complete in box NES games. Yeah, Cards for Coins. Here he is. He's got me.
We got him. I'm Petty Crocker when that comes to that stuff. I might not get you back, soon. But if I got to travel there, if I'm heading out there for a vacation, I'm gonna be super petty when it comes to that. I'm petty.
So I thought about going out there, and it would have cost me more than a plane ticket probably. But I was just like, principle of this.
I try not to put myself in those situations. I mean, I only bought like 1 or 2 things from somebody I never knew. Like, and I was shaking in my boots waiting for the fucking thing to come. Like, I think it was I bought a couple Neo Geo games on a Neo Geo Facebook group thing. And they were coming from like Brazil or South America, and you know how long the mail takes for that, and you're like, Jesus Christ, thing took like a month to get here. Everything came, the guy was really nice and everything, but boy, shaking in my pants, I was like, I'm never doing that again. I'll just. And the problem is, your best deals for like Neo Geo MVS games is always in South America, because like that's where like I think SNK just dumped everything, like when they went out of business, So.
You got any?
Sean, it's funny you say that, because I have to say that there is an absolute addictive thrill to buying local, and we can get into that a little bit later. Yeah. And if I met you, I'd be more scared of you than so you get nothing to worry about, man. Keep at it. Dip your toe into those waters.
Sean's a big pussy cat. Matt,
are you a shut-in? What do they call it in Japan? Yeah. Those guys that like never leave their house. There's a term for that. Will probably knows.
I wish I could be. Unfortunately, I have to work. pay for my fucking
We
addiction.
showed his basement the other day. Y'all had piss cans everywhere.
Yeah, well, Sean, where's your game room tour?
Oh boy, I have to
Oh.
clean it up one of these days. It's a
How far
disaster.
How far away are you from finishing that shit, Sean? You keep putting up new this. You keep painting that.
I know
How far-
it's coming along. I mean, I'm in the middle of like restoring that pinball machine. I just painted the back box the other day. I mean, it's not finished, so it looks like a construction site in the middle of, behind this computer. You know.
Hey Matt, let me ask that scam was it in your own group?
No, it was on Craigslist.
Oh, Craigslist.
Mm.
It was. Oh man, Craigslist. I used to go in there. I used to go into the personalizing Craigslist and just look at the women seeking women and just look at the picture.
Yeah,
They done
So
away
much
with it. Is it only me? Am I the only one?
What's that? What do they have there?
Craigslist, but yeah.
They got they used to have personal ads, and it'd be men seeking men, women seeking men, women.
Yeah, I know that. I mean that's
The misconnections.
The park and ride meetup.
Yeah.
on exit 42.
Your name's written on the bathroom wall on fucking every restaurant between there and New York City. So, Matt, tell me about your collection. How big is your collection? Because I know you're trying.
Let me first say that I go for quality over quantity. That's
So you're saying it's not the size that matters; it's how you use it.
basically. My wife would probably tell you that. I have kind of a nebulous zone of things that I pull out of the collection and then they go back in. So I'd say if you count that, I'd probably have between 3,000 and 4,000 games.
Wow.
I have a couple hundred strategy guides, a full Nintendo Power set, probably about 60 to 80 consoles. It's way too many accessories. At some point, I decided that I needed to have enough accessories to throw a party at any given time, even though I have no friends. So,
or Guitar Hero guitars in case we get company, honey. Yeah.
But I'd say core collection, I have about 2,500. I'd say.
Are you posting pictures of yourself in bed and writing? I really need 3 other people to come over and play Mario Party.
Gamers seeking gamers on Craigslist. Yeah. Gamers seeking gamers. Picture of all my controllers. I'm naked and just controllers all over
Mario
me.
Party 4.
Yeah. All the Mario parties and all of every fantastic controller. Just
that is an
tight
untapped.
sticks.
That's an untapped audience. Right
quite
there.
tight sticks. Yeah.
Gamers seeking gamers.
There you go. Have your privates just covered
Looking
in
for
Nintendo
3
controllers.
Mario Party mates.
Oh,
N64 joystick still has a lot of bounce left.
Yeah.
Stiff stick.
7 out of bring your own controller. 7 out of 10 sticks.
Jesus, what are we devolving into here? This program. All right, so we've ascertained how big your collection is. Jesus,
the way you asked it, man, it made me go down.
Are there any consoles? Are there any consoles in your collection that you don't have, Matt? Or is there something?
Yeah, I don't have a CDI. I don't have some of the weird quasi computer, quasi consoles like Amiga. I actually did trade one of my 3DOs for some Genesis games. So I don't have a working 3DO right now. And I don't have a PS5.
Oh man.
Let's get this
Hold on. Remove.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, I fixed
There
it.
you go.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You have a PS5, really?
I don't have a PS5.
You got a Vectrix?
Actually, don't have a Vectrix either.
Damn.
I have a Vectrix. I'm looking at it right now.
I don't know what to do with this guy.
No Vectrix, no PS5, no Sega.
Well, Will's the other way. Will has a PS5 but refuses to buy PS5 games.
I got one PS5 game, and it is for sale. So if you are looking for a
So I'm like Will,
sealed
but I
copy.
just don't have any games.
If you're
So what are
looking
you
for a
mainly
sealed,
playing on?
Why play a system I wouldn't play, or why buy a system I wouldn't play?
you play it.
Would I?
It's too sexy to say no to.
It is very.
But in my defense, all my PS4.5 system, I when it comes down to time to download, I upgrade to the PS5 version. So there's that. But no, yeah, it's a cool console.
I feel like the games that I like, I don't need a PS5 for.
What are you playing?
I
right
do
now,
want to play the new Final Fantasy remake,
16?
rebirth, reboot,
Rebirth.
whatever you want to call it. The 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
We're doing 3 now, right?
Yeah.
No,
Well, the second one is going to come out. Ultimately there will be 3. Yes.
I mean, that story just got crazy. In is it called Rebirth? The first one.
Afterbirth. Matt,
anyway, I'm sorry.
What are you playing right now? What was the last game you played?
Other than my, downtime games, I'm playing a game called Horus, which is a platformer for the Switch made by a single guy in Britain. It's got a lot of British humor. It's like a post-apocalyptic game where you play as an android. It's pretty cool. It's a super rare. It came out for super rare. Sean probably has it.
What game? Sorry.
It's called Horus. Horac.
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't have that one. No. Yeah.
So Switch. So you're playing it in the bathroom, basically.
Fecal matter and all.
Fecal matter simulator. That's Switch. I'm sorry. It's just a gag. We love all video game consoles.
No, I like the Switch. I have to say, I hate to say this, and I've played everything. I think the Switch is the best console of all time.
I agreed.
What?
I really
Come
do.
on,
I think it
man.
has the best library of any system of all time.
It's
versatile.
It has everything from retro to modern and in between. It is an indie and shmup darling. It's fun to collect for. You can bring it anywhere. I'm a Nintendo fanboy, I guess. Is this a Nintendo podcast?
Wrong show. Wrong show.
No. Hold on. We got a little thing for this. Love all video games here on the PlayStation and Dead podcast.
Matt, I've had this argument with Will for eons now, and I can't even say any more about it. So I'm just letting you speak on it. So you can listen to it.
Hey,
I mean, I get if you really like AAA games, and I think they're overbloated, mass-produced. They're like the Marvel franchise at this point.
Have you tried the new Mortal Kombat on the Switch?
I have not.
They've patched it. It's actually supposed
you
to
need
be
a
better.
PS5, you need an Xbox Series X. But if you like indie stuff, which I do, or Nintendo stuff, you might as well just have a Switch. I mean, I really just think at this point, there's kind of two kinds of gamers. There's ones that want the latest and the greatest, and there's just ones that want something from when they were younger. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I don't see why there's got to be a separation. I mean,
I'm sorry. There's no separation. They're both good, and
they're both great consoles, and they both do it what they're supposed to do very well. So, granted, the Switch is showing its age a little bit, but
Nintendo just got too kiddie for me, man. Like obviously I grew up Nintendo, but like it's just too like the Mario's cool and all, and Zelda's cool and all, but it's just too kiddie for me now, personally. So I want that action. I mean, I love indie games, but like I feel like obviously Nintendo is more towards the kid side of it, and which is cool if you guys like that stuff. And I obviously
I mean, people have been saying that to me since the Nintendo 64 came out. You have to realize it's been 30 years of people telling me that.
Yeah,
and I get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
I do.
It's just I don't know. Like it might. obviously growing up, I've just swing my side to PlayStation. It appeals more to me. It's bloodier. It's more action. It's just more realism to these games compared to like Nintendo. And I love Nintendo, but it's just I want the more realism.
The amount of hentai waifu games. I mean, come on, man.
That's
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
if you go into the Nintendo eShop and you look at some of the best sellers, you know that it's an adult console.
Jesus.
That's crazy to me too, because like Nintendo back. I mean, you think of like Night Trap, like how is Nintendo letting all this stuff on it now versus back then?
I don't know.
James, I'm sorry. I don't need to create any competition. I think there's a place for all.
Oh, is that what you're getting? Is that why did you get? No, man. We love all video games here.
Yeah, no,
I love all
PlayStation
video games,
ain't
and I collect for everything. I just don't have a PS5 yet because there isn't that killer app for me yet. So
yeah, I understand that.
Matthew, so what was your first console as a kid?
it was NES. NES was my
NES.
first. Not the first one I played, but the first one I owned. Yeah.
What was the first one you played?
I can't remember. It was either the Intellivision or the Atari VCS. The 2600.
Okay, so I was like, what the hell's a VCS? Yeah,
That's the first
Well,
name
well.
of the 2600.
Theoretically.
Come on.
I
Are you hosting a video game podcast?
VCS to me is that newfangled shit that Sean bought 2 weeks ago. No,
No, they rebranded the VCS.
2600 is what I'm. A heavy sixer. That's what I had when I was growing up. That was my. That's what I.
Well, if it was a heavy sixer, it was a
Heavy Sixer,
VCS.
the VCS.
Video
Yeah,
game
exactly.
computer
Sean
system.
knows.
It was rebranded in about 1980, around the time when they
I-
came out with the Vader model.
I never called it the VCS. Why? Because I'm cooler than you. All right, so Matthew, let me ask you, where do you hunt when you're looking for games? Is it all just the marketplace, Craigslist you mentioned, and
Yeah, I still have a lot of success on Craigslist. I have to say though, like probably since about 2019, maybe a little bit later, maybe like COVID, it's been really rough. There's just so many people looking for games.
too many sharks in the water. Yes.
Mhm.
And then a lot of people just think their games are more valuable than they are.
Oh,
So, but I like buying stuff locally. It's just the hit of dopamine that you get on your way and on your way back from that pickup. It is nothing. There's nothing like it. I
I live
mean,
in
it's
the middle
just
of farm country. There's no place around me to buy local. I'm gonna drive an hour everywhere. So
in the stories that you get from these people, or the stories of the pickups themselves and what happened, are just absolutely wild. And I wish I had kept like a journal over the years, because I can remember some, but a lot of them I can't remember. One time there was like just a beautiful lot of PS2 games that this guy had posted, and he was like right in my town. And I was like, let's buy. It was like $40 or $50. And I was like, let's meet right now. Let's meet at Wawa, which is like a 7-Eleven. For those of you not from Pennsylvania,
I know what Wawa is.
well, they're expanding, so yeah. And I get there. I get there, and he's like kind of taking his time. He gets there, and he pulls up, and it's like a bunch of survival horror and like action adventure PS2 stuff. Nothing super crazy, but like I think there was like Silent Hill. There was like a bunch of like kind of more hidden gems. And he pulls out this bag, and by lot there had been photos, so I was like, this game's look decent. He pulls this garbage bag out, and it's dripping wet.
Oh.
Oh man!
He's pulling these games out, and they're like soaking wet.
Oh God.
Severed head in there.
I was going to ask you if you had any horror
And I
stories.
was like, what's up, man? And he's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, these games are like soaking wet. Like they're ruined. And he's like, oh, well, I washed them out for you.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
You didn't take the
hell
garden
no.
hose to him?
He took a hose to him.
They're-
To like a bag of PS2 games. And
Heck and Steve, that's the
Take 'em?
morning
So,
dew
like-
you always like to talk about.
I was so shocked and so angry that he had done this that I said, look, I don't want these games. Like, I'm sorry, I can't buy these games. Now, looking back, just the loose value was probably like triple what he was asking. I said, I'm sorry, I don't want them. I'm out. And I just left. And I said, no way. I just took off. So yeah, that was one of many horror stories. Like the lady that called the police on me because I took the Epic Mickey paintbrush. Apparently,
What?
she decided that wasn't part of the deal. The crackhead.
Oh my gosh.
Crack.
The crackhead that needed her Epic Mickey.
It's such a rare game. It's such a good game. It's such a good game.
Dude.
What
You have to
system?
go
What
buy
system
it
was it? The
now.
one with the
It's such a
Wii?
good game.
Yeah, the paintbrush. You know,
It probably could have had a crack pipe in it. That's probably why.
I've never looked. Should we pull it out tonight?
You should. You never know.
Is that allowed on
It wasn't the
YouTube?
game. It wasn't the game. It was the actual
Educational.
paintbrush.
It was the
game?
paintbrush controller. I don't know, it's like a
Oh,
nunchuck.
yeah.
What's the weirdest shit you ever found in a lot? Because I found kids' birthdays money in lots. I found drugs, and of course, I'm sure
I
you
found
found
money.
porn.
I found porn, definitely. Food. Kids' toys. Stuff inside. I don't know where. I don't know how kids get some of this stuff inside the consoles. You buy a console locally, and it's rattling inside. And inside is like, a pack of baseball cards, or it's like, how did you fit this in here? Or like, like a ball or something that's in there, and you're like, this doesn't mathematically work. Like, you can't actually physically fit it into the drive slot, but it's in the console.
Oh,
That's what
man.
she said. The PS2, of course, famously comes with its own stash slot in the back. You just where the hard
Sounds
disk
like
drive goes.
No, the GameCube
Sounds
was
like
that whole generation was a stash slot generation.
It sounds like a night I once had in the hospital involving a gerbil.
Oh,
We won't go down that road.
Is that a Long Island thing? What is that?
Yeah.
Pickles the gerbil, rest in peace. Pickles. Anyway, any grails you're still after? Something you've never found? Something you're
Well, I made the
your wish
mistake
list.
of kind of holding off on a few things here or there, and one of the things I held off on was doing my Mega Man CIB Game Boy set. So there's been a couple of between that and Kid Dracula, Mega Man 5 and Kid Dracula are like the two Game Boy ones that have been really elusive to me. I'm like a big franchise collector, series collector for like Kirby, Mario, Zelda, Metroid, etc. I love like having every game in that, Castlevania, etc. Having every game in that series. So the very last, Mega Man game that I need from the original Mega Man series is Mega Man 5 and Game Boy. And it just keeps going up. And Kid Dracula, same thing from Castlevania.
Yeah, I've been on the hunt for Kid Dracula on the Famicom for I see it all the time, like when I go places, but it's one of the ones I want in the box. I can never find it in the wild, like in the box, and it's a pain in the ass.
Yep.
One day it will be mine.
Well, like Will said, it's time to start collecting imports. So,
Yeah.
See, this guy's taking notes.
It's the next wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
He's sinking that ship real quick.
who me? What?
For a long time, I didn't care about box stuff. Probably pretty late for a collector of my age, and of somebody that has been collecting for like a really long time, I didn't care about box stuff. So, probably because of that, I cost myself a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when I first started getting back into collecting, I went in the attic. I got all of my NES games, and I was like, "Oh, sweet!" I had all my games, and I'm like, "I'm gonna go for a full set." This is before COVID and all that, so things were still reasonably priced. But what happened was I went back in the attic and I found all the original boxes. I guess I had kept them since when I was a kid because I took them out and I put the boxes in another box and I stored them away for 30 years. So then the OCD got into me and I said, now I need to go for all of the games complete in box. And I got like halfway through the set, then COVID happened, and then that was it. I was like, I can't do anymore. I can't do it.
COVID went crazy on the CIB. Yeah.
Cardboard.
Boxed collecting before COVID wasn't too bad. It was
No, not
a
at
lot
all.
of the
It was
NES
like-
stuff was not. It was like 20-30% above,
Yeah.
a loose cart.
Yeah, and there was like probably only like 20, 30 games that were like, okay, those are the high dollar games. I'll pick away at them a little bit. Now it's like a game that was once $20 is now automatically $150 for no reason
Yep.
at all. It makes no sense. So I'm glad I got a lot of them out of the way, but not some of the real big ones that I wanted to get out of the way.
Hey Matt, are there any graded games in your collection?
I don't have a single graded game, and I've thought about it.
My man.
I've thought about it, but
Sean, do you have any graded shit?
I was waiting until this podcast, and then as soon as we finish, I'm sitting some in.
I did ask you to bring some jewels with you, Matt. So
I brought a couple of jewels. Do you want to see them?
I would love to see your jewels, man.
Family jewels.
Pan camera down.
And by jewels, I mean your nuts. Show me your
My
nuts, man.
jewels would be my gerbils. I have 2 gerbils right now. I'll pull them out.
Keep them away from.
You only have one now.
Yeah, rest in peace, Pickles, the gerbil. So what you got? What you got, Matt? Show us the good.
So I figured 5 was a good number, and they don't necessarily. They're not like the most expensive things in my collection necessarily, but they all mean something to me in some way. So we'll just start off here
All right.
with, and I think they're actually going to come out with a Switch port of this. They haven't announced an English port yet. There's 3 games in the series, from what I can understand, and if you haven't played them, there's a fan translation of the second retro game challenge. This game, really before the hype of YouTube and the hype of getting back into retro stuff and all the fan-made games, came out for the DS, and it's fantastic. And it's not like that expensive of a game, but it's definitely become collectible. But again, it's one I think it's going to get destroyed by the Switch re-release, the value. And I have a fan translation of the second one as well. That's
a tough one to find, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. There's a 3DS game, and I actually got this. I got this at GameStop, brand new when it came out. If you love retro games, it's still. I mean, there's been a lot that's come out since this. This came out about 2008. You play as like a Japanese kid who gets a Famicom, and you grow up with the Famicom, and you play through all the different. And all the games that they have are made up games, specific for this game. It's great. It's a fantastic game, and they made a second one too, and a third one on the 3DS, which I don't think it's gotten a fan translation yet. So,
and they're supposed to make a Switch for that too. You said
they just announced a Switch version. I think it's going to get a physical in Japan, but they haven't announced that there's going to be English translation yet. I really hope that they do it. I really highly recommend if you haven't played this game.
Were the 3DS ones on the American eShop on the 3DS?
3DS one has never been released in North America in any way.
Like the second and third one was never released at all.
So the first one this is the first one. This is on DS. The second one has a fan translation that you can download and play on the DS, which is really good.
Nintendo won't use.
Yeah, and then the third one has never been fan translated, as far as I know, released or anything.
That's why I'm thinking that if they release it as a collection in Japan, I could see like that one only having the American option in it. If
the collection that they announced is only the first 2 games, and this actually has a connection to Game Center CX as well. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that show. It's a very famous Japanese show where a comedian plays Nintendo games and has to do challenges. It's a really good show if you ever looking for a good laugh. It's a 1990s circus show. The next one I have was because it's a banger, and because I got it in a very memorable lot, probably my top 3 lots I've ever bought. And it was only, I think, 2 years ago I bought this lot, and all 3 bangers for the PS2 are in it, and that's Kuon.
Oh yeah.
Kuon.
For the PS2. Mathematically, probably the best lot I've ever bought in my life.
Yeah.
I got it off of Facebook Marketplace. The guy held it for me for a week. He had 2 lots posted, and yeah, it was amazing. There was stuff in there that hadn't even been shown. Like there was what's the expensive GameCube game?
Mario.
I'm sorry?
Mario.
Cubivore was in there.
Yeah,
CID without even knowing it.
Oh, you nailed it.
So the next one is my favorite shoot 'em up on the Super Nintendo, which is my favorite system probably to collect for CIB.
Oh yeah.
Space Mega Force. I got this from a guy who still games. He's probably in his 70s. He collects cars. He was just decided to sell his complete in box Super Nintendo collection, and this was one of them.
Oh.
I had to pay a lot for the collection, but this was one of the ones I kept, and I sold a lot of the other ones to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
This next thing is kind of large.
That's what she said.
Virtual Boy, almost unused.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I responded to a Craigslist ad about 5, 6 years ago for a DS lot. The guy ended up having so much stuff. He had all the CIB, Super Nintendo, Wii U collection that was really nice, Game Boy stuff. He just gave me a bunch of stuff. And he had that Virtual Boy, which he was an older guy, that really eccentric guy, and he never really played much of his games. He just bought everything new and just kind of played it once and put it back in the box. And this Virtual Boy is basically unused.
Wow.
But he wouldn't sell it to me. So I kept
Stole it?
after him. Yeah. Is that allowed on YouTube? Yeah. No, I kept after him for a few years.
Allegedly.
And he finally sold me his Virtual Boy set. I mean, he didn't have a full set, but he had like 3 or 4 games in this. And he
Don't the Virtual
sold to me. Yeah.
Don't the Virtual Boys have like an inherent problem where the shit just deteriorates, and usually you get them with one of the eyeballs.
I have 2 Virtual Boys, and I've never had problems with either of them. I guess they haven't been used that much. I guess I was just lucky. But yeah, the eyepiece usually needs to be repaired.
Yeah. Well, didn't I say this last week, or was I talking to you about it? Because
No,
I
you
bought
said it
mine.
on- yeah.
Yeah, I bought mine brand new like a couple of years ago. And what happens is they didn't solder the ribbon cables, so they hot glued them basically, and the glue just dries and it lifts up. So basically, you got to pull the top off and pull everything out, and you can use a hair dryer and reseat the glue. Because when it starts coming up, like you'll have a flicker in the eye, and that's all the repair is. There are places like Stone Age Gamer, I think, or Castlemania Games, which is like a modding website where you can buy mod stuff. They have like the ultimate fix kit for it, where you can solder in the actual cable and it'll fix it forever. So
the ultimate fix kit is a fucking garbage can. Get this shit out of here. Okay. What else you got for us, Matt?
So the last one.
And
The last one is one of my big ones, and it's incredibly sentimental to me because when I played this at a friend's house, it is what got me into video games. And it's going to seem a little jaded because it's such a huge series, but it was the game that I said, this video games are not just Mario or whatever they had on Atari, and that is the original Legend of Zelda. And this is the first print. And it is in actually immaculate condition. And this is not my box. I probably would not have gotten the first print box when I first got this. But I harassed a guy that had a yard sale about Nintendo stuff about 8 years ago. And
How do you differentiate the first print from second, third, etc.?
Well,
Screw.
this one, it has to do with the box. And inside there's a couple different variants in terms of the manual and the cartridge, but it has to do with the fact that there's no TM right here.
There you go.
And the,
and
the
then
manual.
This has got a TM right here, and the manual has to set as opposed to game pack in it. It's also a 5-screw game, though there's some argument about that. But yeah,
my Zelda's when I got my Zelda, it was a first print, and I went to get Zelda 2, and I ordered it from a site, and when it came, I got so disappointed because everything was complete. It was gorgeous looking. The condition was great, but it was the Canadian version with the French on it. That was fun.
Ew, Canadian. Adam Phibbs, if you're listening, ew, Canadian.
So this is the game right here that I probably would never sell if I had one game left in my collection. It'd be this one right here, because this is what got me into video games right here. Great and this doesn't get as much love nowadays, right? Because you have your 3D Zelda fans like Ocarina of Time fans, and you have your 2D Zelda fans like Link to the Past. But I still think it's a great game. So those are the 5 that I brought for you guys.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice. Have you speaking of NES, have you played Tetris before?
I have played Tetris a few times. Yes. Are you trying to bring out that news?
We are segueing into the news,
Exactly.
ladies and gentlemen. This is what's new and happening in the video game world, and looks like some little 13-year-old dickhead out of Oklahoma named Willis Gibson. He became the first person ever to beat Tetris. I guess he got level 137. Is that what it is, Sean?
Yeah, 137, 157, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess
only a few months earlier, like people thought that the game only went to like 29 or something like that.
That's crazy. Like, and they made it to just like deteriorate. That's wild. And he was streaming it too.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I saw some of that footage. It's insanity. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I remember being like, I wonder if this is real, because his mom was talking about how she bought him like a Retron 3 or some garbage like that. Mm-hmm. But then he I think he placed 3rd overall in the World Championships. Wow. So he's a legit player.
Yeah,
I was watching footage of some of these kids playing, and there's like a weird controller technique that they do now with it.
The tapping technique where they
tap
turn
it,
the
like,
shit sideways.
They're upside down. They're doing something weird. We didn't do that as a kid. So I don't know.
They turn the controller side. When we were kids, you guys remember the track and field in NES? Mm-hmm. We used to take a pencil. We used to take a pencil and just go for the A and B buttons. Yeah, get this shit going. You guys are gonna have to excuse me because
this is something that they're tapping. This is somewhere they're tapping the bottom of the controller and going like that. I don't know what the hell. It's like for timing or something.
There's I've watched. There's some pretty interesting videos, Sean, if you haven't seen them on YouTube, and James, on like the different techniques. I forget the name of the YouTuber that goes into all of it. I think there's 2 outside of the normal what you and I would probably play as. I think there's like 2 new techniques. There's tapping.
Yeah. I never saw that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's I was gonna pull up something here.
I think it's great that like 13-year-olds are playing a game from when I was a kid. I think it's great. And it's awesome. Yeah.
Playing it that fucking well.
Yeah.
I think I saw a headline today where like the newscaster that interviewed him like told him like go outside. Go
outside, damn it.
I mean, my dad was talking about it. If my dad was talking about it, it's big news. Yeah.
I think he did that whole game in like 23 minutes or a half an hour or something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. 30 minutes or something like that.
I've been saying.
I'm just ready for him to kind of meet his match when he faces this guy here. So. He will.
I want to see if he can do it on my McDonald's chicken nugget Tetris. That's what I want.
There you go. Exactly. Bring out the nugget.
I forgot to bring that out tonight. I was going to bring that out tonight for that fucking segment.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me that it's awesome. I love it how like these younger kids are kind of getting into these older games like that. Like there's it's not video game related, but do you see the guy that just broke the freaking Rubik's Cube record? It's like 3 seconds. He like solved a cube in like 3 seconds. It's crazy.
My nephews do that. They're in a freaking like competition. They go to like Hershey. There's a big Rubik's Cube competition or something. And the kid's like 10 years old, and he's like this, like with a fucking Rubik's Cube. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Go play.
All right.
Oh my god. So where did Will go? What happened to him? He just dropped off the face of the earth?
Hey, take a little potty break.
Oh, he doesn't even announce it anymore. He just leaves. I thought he
tried to. It was quick. It was brief.
Maybe my diarrhea passed off onto him.
So
he's going to get his hat to match your hat.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the time where we get to talk shit about Will when he's not here, so it's good times.
I got what are you Sean, what were you at? You didn't say what were you currently playing earlier?
Persona 3 Portable.
Okay.
I got about 6 hours into that today.
You and Dan Will keep playing that damn PUBG.
Yeah, I know. I'm addicted to it, dude. It's just relaxing. I don't know. I sit there. I barely play. I eat cookies and just talk to Will, and I die. I jump in a car and he drives, and that's about it. You know. And Radio to Rancid is making fun of my facial expressions. This whole stream, I can see. I got a face blue smiling, red face smiling. Thanks, Radio. I appreciate it.
Will always steps out. Yes. Now, Matt, you said obviously you don't have a PS5, but do you have a PS4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are you playing what are you playing on that?
I have.
Anything?
I hate to admit this. I've barely touched my PS4 in about a year. I mean, wow. Everything that I want to play on the PS4 is on the Switch, and there's definitely some stuff on the PS4 I want to play. I get into that habit of like this controller's charged, this input is on the TV, and I just slide right into that. And my Switch backlog is just constantly growing because it's the main one that I buy stuff for. That's newer.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to like get into something that I got for that. I do think I want to really get into the Nier series. I've never played it. So that would be one on the PS4 that I want to play. The Nier Automata and Replicant. Yeah.
It's on the Switch now too, though.
Yeah, but isn't it probably preferable on the PS4? Like, isn't it better? Does it run better?
I played it on the Switch. It was fine.
Is that right?
Yeah. I didn't see anything, There's some games they get right and some games they get hard.
They don't have Replicant yet on the Switch, though, do they?
No,
I don't think they do.
It's just that one. But
you think there's any truth behind a new Switch coming out this year or getting announced anytime soon?
I hope so. It's time. It's high time.
What do you want? Like, what would make you buy a Switch 2 or Switch Pro or whatever they're going to call it?
Day one backwards compatibility with cartridges. Okay. And then just a bump in power would be nice. I'd like them to continue the route of having it with Unity and just be open. I mean, just easy to develop for. Nintendo finally, after how many freaking years, decided to go back to like, let's make it easy. I think the last system that was easy to develop for was like the Famicom. Other than their handheld stuff, you start looking at some of the history of their stuff. I think GameCube was pretty easy, but again, they had the storage issues with that one. So, that would be my ideal scenario because it is getting long in the tooth. As much as a Nintendo fanboy as I am, I also hate a lot of their practices. And they just draw stuff out.
I have a feeling the Switch will be out. I have a feeling the Switch will be out by April.
You think out or announced?
Yeah. No, I think
it'll be out.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be out for April. Yeah,
right at the first time.
Right at the first quarter.
Same here. I think
they don't need to build it up. What do they need to build it up for?
When did they announce the Switch? I think it was like fall of 2016, wasn't it? I'm trying to remember.
It was a dark day.
Yeah, but they also didn't
Was
have
it fall?
any, Yeah, but they also didn't have anything selling that they were going to lose out for that Christmas. So
I mean, I think the Switch is because the Switch has to compete with the PlayStation bathroom, whatever it's called, and the
PlayStation bathroom.
No, I can't take that slander.
and
PlayStation porta potty.
all the cell phones. So I think the strongest thing it's got for it is like the degenerates like me and Sean who buy a bunch of Switch stuff and need to have stuff on physical. I really hope that they continue to make that a priority.
well, I guess the rumors are. I mean, there's going to be
But
one
they're gonna
digital, one physical. Because the Switch released around April or so that year.
Yeah.
2017 or whatnot. I think they're going to learn from their past mistakes and they're going to stick with the same trajectory that they won with the Switch. You know, I don't think they're going to wait until holiday season to release it, because it's too much of a gamble. Not that they can't put the cat back in the bag, but from April to holiday season, I guess they could change something if something goes wrong in their marketing.
So that means if you think it's going to come out in beginning of quarter 2, that they're going to announce it within the next month probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel.
They'd have to.
I don't see that.
I'd be pissed if I don't see that either. Yeah, it's too short.
I could see them announcing it, but I don't see them releasing it that soon.
I can see them announcing it and saying pre-orders are available at 5:00 today.
I think it'll
too early.
Oh man,
it'd be a missed opportunity if they don't call it the Super Nintendo Switch, because that would hit, man. So
No, they're going to call it the Switch U.
the Nintendo
Switch. Now, speaking of Switch, you guys hear about that MIG cart?
Yeah.
Oh, the flash cart. I hear it's kind of useless. The shit doesn't work unless your Switch is already modded, from what I understand. So it's kind of pointless. I
think it doesn't work if it is not modded in order to dump, right? I mean, I'm hearing some different things.
Yeah, well,
I'm hearing that maybe unofficially you can kind of use it.
When I went to the website, it comes with a dumper. So I guess you can either use their dumper or you can use or you can use a modded.
Everything that I buy needs to come with a dumper.
Yes, I need a dumper. I need a big fat dumper. So the way it's worded, I don't think you need the modded Switch if you have the dumper, because I guess the dumper just hooks up to your computer, and you dump a card into it.
And you just reflash each game. But I heard you have to like go through each game and hit it each time to get to the next one.
Yeah, no, you got to pull the card out and put it back in to get to advance the game.
Great for your
That's
system.
Stupid.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So I'll be waiting till probably forever.
Version 2 with a button.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They said if it sells well, they'll put a button on version 2.
Well, shit, the site's sold out. Yeah.
Yeah, the pre-order.
Well, James, you ordered it, right?
I ordered one, yeah. So we'll see. I mean, I have a modded Switch.
Guilty pirates.
I know.
No. It's 2024. It's game preservation, not piracy.
Exactly.
All right, real quick. Sabertron asks, "Will you be getting the Princess Peach new game in February?" The answer is no.
Yes.
But
yes,
Sabertron, I'm glad you're here.
There's never been a bad Princess Peach game. There's only been one, but it was great.
Sabertron won the giveaway last week, but you need to get in touch with one of us via social media so you can get your shit. So hit us up. Find us on Facebook, Instagram. Find us. Message us. We actually have an email, don't we? We have an official email, James.
Yeah, you can hit us up at PlayStation Ain't Dead at Gmail.
PlayStation Ain't Dead at gmail.com. Yeah, so hit us up and shit. Now we're gonna get a bunch of dick pics.
Send us your dick pics. Do that. I want to see your dick pics.
Hey, you send them on here. We're gonna post them on the next pod.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. We're gonna get a bunch of dick pics. All right. Oh man,
I don't have access to that email, so please just send the dick pics. Keep them coming.
It's all James's eyes will be the one that's burning.
No.
And while we're at it, rest in peace, Pickles the Gerbil Powers, 1998.
That's what you went off to do to go make that.
I multitask.
That's hilarious.
You're a meme.
All right, what else we got in the news? Oh, this guy's back in the news. The Florida Joker is back. Seems Rockstar's not answering his phone call, so he has upped the ante from 2 million to 5 million. 5 million for using his supposed image. I hope he gets some money. I mean, at least give the guy some coupons to McDonald's or something.
Yeah, exactly. Give him I guess a free copy of the game or something.
Yeah,
but he don't need no. They ain't giving you 2. They ain't giving you 5.
He did. When he gets to 6, then
give him a few whale cards. Just give him some
yeah, exactly.
5 cash. That's all he wants. Just
he's hanging out by threads. He's
wants a
trying
tank.
He's trying to
stay
relevant so much. He's hanging on by threads.
Oh, poor bastard.
He'll probably OD in a week anyway.
He can. He's on probation, dude. If he pisses hot. Yeah. Anyway. Speaking of game preservation, the flippy drive. You guys following this? You guys hear about this shit? The flippy drive, new game preservation device for the GameCube. I guess it requires no soldering, and you don't have to jack. You don't have to jack your optical drive to get it in there. You know, man, yeah, that's a digital conversation for another show.
I'll be right back. I was gonna get a beer.
All right, man.
Yeah, I am excited. I am excited about this flippy drive thing, and I don't know why, because I own over half of the GameCube library, and I want to continue collecting for the GameCube, but it does make it region free, so I guess I could download Japanese games.
James, did you say
the install looks really easy to do? It's one ribbon.
Yeah,
cable.
so I mean the one I had, the G2 loader 2 is like the version 2 of it. It was literally the same thing. It was plug and play. The only thing you had to take out was the disk drive, which is literally just a plug and play thing. So I don't really see I don't see the need for this floppy thing. Compared to that one. I don't understand it. The G2 loader, it's the same thing.
It has its own custom interface that does look stock to the original GameCube. It uses the original GameCube whole interface. They are also, I couldn't think of the word earlier, but something with the Wi-Fi transmitter in it. You can not stream, but you can get the games on your computer too, and you can play them on your computer from it. It'll through Bluetooth or something. I don't freaking know. Way over my technical prowess. And you get to keep the optical drive. I mean, what did you do with your optical drive on your GameCube, James? Did you throw it out?
No.
Or did you put it in a nice box? And
exactly. I put it in the box that the thing came in. Yeah, it just came in. Like, because I'm not going to use the disk drive. I mean, yeah, I understand game preservation, but I'm not going to use the disk drive if I'm getting that literally to play, copied or burned or ROMs off the memory card. I mean, that's what the whole thing is literally for. So what do I need my disk drive for?
To not destroy history.
It's not. It'll get destroyed. I mean, because that laser's going to go out at some point.
You buy a new one on Amazon.
No, I'm from the school. If I got a console and it breaks, yeah, I'm throwing this shit out and I'm getting a new one. I'm not opening shit up. I'm not going to putting test make sure I'm getting enough voltage here and there. I don't know how to do that shit. My hands shake and it's I don't know. Well, unless I've had my heroin, then my hands don't shake. But
yeah, I was gonna say that's the DTs.
But no, yeah, one of my PS3s dies. I just got to fucking find a new one.
Yeah, there you go. Retro gamers sell it. Like that was a. I mean, if you're not gonna use that laser, somebody will want that laser to put in their broken one. So that's a good obviously recoup some money that way.
Mm.
At some point, there'll be a world full of GameCubes with no disk drives.
Do you, Matt? Do you participate in video game preservation?
Do I emulate or do
Uh,
I pirate?
Shh, Nintendo's listening.
Stream gets cut. This
Yes, the fucking Nintendo ninjas.
Yeah,
breaking the web
I'm
right now.
lazy enough. I'm lazy enough. I also don't like taking stuff out of boxes back and forth. For my CIB stuff, it's just a pain in the butt to take them in and out of the boxes. And there's a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of like game improvement patches, fan translations, hacks, import stuff. Yeah, there's so much out there to play besides what I own, but stuff I own too. I'll just pop it in my EverDrive.
Oh, EverDrive.
Or analog, that has the FPGA cores in the pocket, and they're amazing.
Mm-hmm. I just see it as a nice gadget. I mean, I don't see it as like
it's just
that's going to be my GameCube. Yeah.
It's like the 64. What's the 64 called? The EverDrive.
Yeah, the EverDrive.
X7, X5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why a lot of people play digital games. It's convenient. You don't have to get up off your couch, search for something.
Or
yeah, so but I've said this before. When I have a list of 1,000 games in front of me, I end up never playing any of them. That's my problem.
Yeah. No, it's a lot harder that way. You have to really. I've learned that I have to commit, and I have to say I'm going to finish this game. And sometimes it sucks because you want to play something else. I have a rule: like if it doesn't really hook me in the first couple hours, I just sell it.
Mm-hmm.
It's out the door, and I've regretted that a couple of times, but usually I don't. I'm like, get out of my face because it's just like it's not worth my time.
I'm a hoarder, so I put it back on the shelf where it's going to live and die until I die.
There's no way we're going to be able to play all the games that we own, right? Not even to mention the games that are going to come out. There's no way.
Which is why
your time is so valuable at this point. You got every minute you're playing a video game should be the most ultimate, beautiful, blissful game experience, right?
Wow. Oh, and that's why
I'm kidding.
I agree that your time is valuable, and that's why, like, I used to.
That's why these 60-hour AAA games, man. Forget it.
No, I can't. I definitely can't do that. It's crazy. No, but like, kind of going back to the hunting situation, like, I used to love going local hunting because you might get good deals. Stuff might pop up when you get there, but like, that's a lot of time. Like, if you're buying bulks of stuff, you're coming back cleaning the consoles. If you're gonna flip it to put more stuff in your collection or to sell it, that's taken away from game time. You might get to a location where the person doesn't show up, or you got backdoored because somebody offered more money and then they don't respond to you. It's just a lot of time that's being wasted. I hate. That's one of the reasons why I started going just online, or if I'm selling something, I'll just sell it on eBay or another site, just because I don't want to deal with somebody not showing up or anything like that. So that's
I agree. I probably lean more towards online than I used to, but keeping the hobby as cheap as possible is also like really important. I think otherwise it's sustainable that way.
When I'm sitting down and playing Sven, I mean, my time is.
But I'm playing the latest and greatest hentai Switch game.
Exactly.
I need complete silence in that.
That's hilarious.
You got turn the lights down just the right.
I have my one list of games I beat for the year, and then I have my other list of.
Yeah.
How old was that gerbil? What year?
Full of pickles.
One year.
If that,
1 year.
Yeah, it was January '98 to
Yeah.
February '99. So no,
Boy.
4 months.
Pickles.
That first year out of high school was a wild one.
When someone backdoors me, and it's happened. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna sell it to someone else because they offered this much. I double the number, tell them to meet me in the most fucked up place possible, and never show the fuck up. And that's
That's
what
a
you
good
get.
if
idea.
they even
That's
tell
a
you,
good-
because usually they don't tell you.
They don't respond. Yeah.
No,
They don't
I
even tell you that they sell it. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I've had it happen, and you kind of get a buyer's a filthy flipper's sense, the sixth sense. Your fucking spider sense starts tingling. You know when something's up.
Their
Hey, look.
their grammar's a little off.
What?
Yeah.
They don't know how to spell.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's. Do we
Well,
have
that's
any
just
news
the
now?
school system today. They don't even teach kids how to write cursive. Okay, so
Oh, guys. By the way, Sabertron is T Diddy from the
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
no the Loot Bro, ex Loot Bros
Bum,
podcast.
bum, bum, bum.
From the Hunter Houston podcast. So I know him. He just messaged me, and
Oh,
yeah.
perfect.
So yeah, I know the guy. I guess he didn't collect the shit. I'll get in touch with him, figure out what he wants, and then you can send it along to him.
Oh,
But,
very good. Now I
it's-
have to do work. I thought I dodged that bullet.
And just so you know, he happens to live next door to me. So if his address is a little like mine, don't be surprised, Sean. So, all right.
We'll
what's
take
up?
it and just sell it.
I'm not a filthy flipper. By the way, if you guys want that River City Girls PS5, just hit me up. It's brand new and sealed. All right. Do we go through all the news? We go through all the news. What else we got in the news?
No.
think that's
Limited run.
Oh yes, limited run. You got any limited run games in your collection, Matt? You chase any of these games?
I have a lot of limited runs games in my collection. I feel like I saw it coming, and I still kind of bought into the FOMO. It's just inevitable. There was only one way that this train was going when they first started doing this kind of stuff years ago. It was fun for a few years, but nowadays, I hate limited run. That's all I have to say. That's all I can say. I hate,
But we still buy from them.
but I still buy because I hate to say this, and Sean would probably agree with me. There, and you too, James. Like there are certain indie games that only publish physically through limited run, and I want those
Yeah.
games.
Yeah,
But like
Yep.
the Jurassic Park collection, the Bill and Ted's, fuck that shit. I don't know who's buying that shit. But don't buy it.
I got
Don't buy
both of those on the PS5.
Don't buy that.
and the
Why are you
Switch.
buying that?
These guys,
It's going to be $5 in
anything
a few years.
limited
Yeah.
run. These guys are grabbing. But anyway, limited run. They did have an end of the year sale because it seems they were losing the licenses to several titles. So they were contractually required to sell these titles, or else they're going to be destroyed. I guess December 31st was the cutoff. So
Yeah.
Bill and Ted's was on that list, if I'm not mistaken. Scott Pilgrim. What else? Turok. You just picked that one up, didn't you, Sean?
Yeah, I bought that from that sale. The Turok 1 and 2, the N64 games that were on PS4 and the Switch.
Yeah, I don't know why.
The double pack for the Switch goes for like $150 now. It's ridiculous.
Yes, it is ridiculous because that game is hard to look at. There's
Fantastic.
there
They
is
did a
rich.
pretty good job of upscaling that for the Switch.
No.
They did redo some of the textures. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm of the opinion that there's retro and there's two retro, and
And there's Turok. And then there's Turok. There's retro, retro.
Yeah.
And then there's
Turok.
Turok. And there's the guy that named his kid Turok. You remember that?
That's hilarious.
all the kids. See, my
I wonder what's
daughter-
going on with that kid right now. Is he the same kid that is in the Florida man?
It probably is him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 6-year-old daughter has classmates, like 3 classmates named Khaleesi. So who the fuck knows? It just is what it is.
That's crazy.
I'm kidding, dude.
So yeah, it was.
I was gonna say.
Honor
Oh,
Just one
and,
classmate.
and all of the Star Wars games like Pod Racer.
and they really released all that stuff just recently.
Yeah, they put that all in
Yeah.
one collection, but it wasn't under limited run. So
them.
you know,
can't trust
so it's them losing the license. So the limited run versions are different, obviously. But
Star Wars is too woke.
nah.
Anyway,
Scott Pilgrim, one
Star
of them
Wars ain't dead.
too. Yeah, we're branching out.
yeah, Michael Pappas will be heading up that group. My Star Wars.
The new movie is going to make men very uncomfortable. Supposedly.
Oh man, you know, you know what makes men very uncomfortable. Okay,
I can attest to this.
That's hilarious.
jeez, we're getting off track here, guys. All right, let's focus. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Facebook post of the week.
Facebook Post of the Week.
The Facebook post of the week comes to us from our very own Jim Jordan over there across the pond in merry old England. Commiserations to Gerard Fergallo for coming up short in the World Darts final tonight. There's always next year, young man.
Hey.
Oh, instant goal.
Who's
Good
got the
luck,
darts games on Wii and PS2? That's a good segue.
Better luck next year, Fixie.
BDC.
World Darts.
I told it. I don't know. I don't know if I told you this story. Yeah, I think I posted, but yeah, I bought. I found the hookup for the darts game, right? And some little old lady over in some trailer park. But anyway,
All right, yeah, PS2 game.
yeah, I went to go. Yeah, a PS2 game. It's rare, and I went to go grab it, and I was bragging to my friends, and I was like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go pick this up. Check this out." And I screenshotted the price charting. It was like $60 or something. I can't remember. But instead of sending it to my friends, I sent it to the little old lady I was buying this shit from. So she got a face full of it, but luckily she still sold it to me for $20, and I was able to flip it. I believe Steve Wright bought it off me. So yeah, I made a couple bucks off of him. All right, let's see.
Was it Cake Mania rare?
Oh man.
What a
I'm sorry, what was that, Matt? I didn't hear that.
That's some reselling bullshit.
That's some filthy reselling bullshit. Right?
$10 on that?
Nice.
I gave him a deal. We'll make a lot of
Right way?
yes. I do make a lot of deals with little old ladies. You know.
Sean, let me see your Mr. Right Way.
It was like, take your teeth out.
I threw it
Hey,
over there.
jeez, come on, man. Come on. I'm spoken for. I just show them a little leg, you know, a little ankle. They get all hot on. All right. Hey, let's
I've been seeing a leg without blue veins in 30 years.
All right. Let's knock this out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rarity Report.
The Rarity Report.
Oh man, the alcohol's kicking in. All right, so here on the Rarity Report, we make wild speculations about games that we think may become rare and collectible in the future. Full disclaimer, I do this strictly to pad the value of my own video game collection. I'm going to go first with the new news that came down from the boys over at Limited Run. Yes, lovely, Sean. The news that came down from the boys over at Limited Run Games. I'm going to pick. Yes, sir. It's Scott Pilgrim. What does it say? Yeah, the Versus the World, the game. I've had this thing since PS3, digitally on PS3, and I still own it. Well,
They're going to be putting that in landfills in 5 years.
This thing, this thing has been available at this thing's been available at Best Buy for a minute. I don't know if they're still going to carry it. You can still get it digitally, but I'm going to guess they're going to pull it from the store soon because again, losing the license, and now there's a hit Netflix show about it. So if you get a chance, go watch the Netflix animation. It's great. It's
It's
interesting.
good.
Yeah, it's really good. I enjoy it. Anyway, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Yeah, I think through the roof, boys and girls. Go grab them while you can. Go grab them while Best Buy is still doing physical. This is my pick for the Rarity Report. All right, who wants to go next?
You want to go,
I'll
Sean?
go next because Will already ruined it. So I brought Scott Pilgrim also.
What?
Oh my God!
This is
2
gonna
out
be
of
the most ultimate rarest game in the world. This big old special
Is
edition.
that a collector's edition?
Yes, it is.
No.
It's a road case, and it has
That's got the
drumsticks
stage.
in it, and
Yeah.
it has the stage in it. Yep, that'll be something one of these days. We'll still level my thunder on it though, because
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yours is Switch, so it'll be little.
I have
limited.
what
It is a
happens is that
special edition.
There's about 500,000 of ones Will just showed you. So.
Yeah,
what
but this
happens
is
is that
PS4. That one's Switch, so it's.
I
no competition.
leave my live feed camera on all the time, and Will just watches me. So
It's like the Truman Show, the Power Show.
yes, but the thing is, I know he's watching me, so I don't mind.
You realize this picture is never leaving the feed.
Next
All
week's
right.
thumbnail.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a whole memorial episode for pickles. All right, James, you got something for us?
Yeah, I'll show.
All right.
So I'll go with with the speculation of kind of with LRG, and them kind of getting rid of stuff. I definitely think this game is going to be pretty rare, rare and collectible later down the road. So I mean, I would definitely hop on this right away.
You guys
before
planned
you.
This
No,
is
but seriously, I will. I'm gonna go deviate from PS4. I'll go back to my PS5 roots here. I'm gonna say Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. They're not gonna make a lot of these games just because obviously the whole thing with the original one. So I think this will be kind of rare and collectible later down the road. It's already kind of sold out a lot of places, but I think the kind of the rare thing about this too, and I don't think a lot of people know it. Shout out to Sean for hooking me up, but you can get a soundtrack that comes with it that's signed. It's like 5 tracks on the CD. It's the Cyberpunk Endgame, and it's signed by the people that did the music here. So it's another little tidbit of that game. But yeah, I think Cyberpunk 2077 will be kind of somewhat rare down the road. The Ultimate Edition, I should say, for the PS5 or the Xbox. So,
well, the Xbox is the only one that has the DLC on it. So,
yeah.
All right, Matthew, you're up to bat. What you got for us, man?
hopefully something different.
I brought 3 because I didn't understand the assignment. Will said it was okay.
You're allowed to show 3. We love all video games.
All right. So the first one, I don't know if anybody's heard of this. Nobody ever talks about this game, which surprises me. It's called Monster Racers.
I've heard of that.
I have heard of that one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's basically Pokemon, but instead of an RPG, it's a side-scrolling racing game.
No shit.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So you have all kinds of abilities, all different kinds of Pokemon, quote unquote, and it's like a Pokemon style, like open world. So it's actually a really good game.
I'm interested in the DS because I'm not very versed in the DS.
It's not
super I don't have a lot
but
of
it's still under
knowledge about
100. And I'm surprised nobody talks about this game because it's actually pretty rare. And I think it's actually quite good, but who knows? VGP will probably reprint it.
VGP. Speaking
Get
of
your
which,
copy of Langrisser this week,
Yeah.
the newest reprint.
Maybe you guys have talked about this one. I'm sorry, go ahead, Will. Maybe you guys have talked about this one already, but I'm surprised nobody talks about it as much anymore. Is Magus,
Magus, yeah.
Magus for the PS3. really late release, quirky, weird gameplay. I think it's prime. If VGP doesn't reprint it, it's prime. It's been up and down a lot over the last
Yeah.
couple of years, but it's pretty rare.
I lucked out. I got my copy like a week before like there was a price jump on it. What is it? Up to like 70 now, something like that.
When I got this, it was going for about $150. I didn't pay $9.99. I paid a lot more than that, but I have a couple of copies I'm sitting on. But yeah, it's really uncommon. It's kind of like a meme game. So
I remember going for
I expect it to go up. I do.
Yeah. I think especially when like the PS3 store, shuts down.
Yeah.
When I was going from a complete PS3 set, like that was a kind of a harder one to come by. You didn't see that one at all. And it is like a meme type of game. It's kind of like, Painkiller and stuff like that. Like those Siberia.
And lastly, this is one I almost never see, and this one really, the caveat is because it's got the outer box. Yanya Kabbalista. This one came with an outer box like this, and it's got it's
a
like
tech
a
deck.
cell,
Come on now,
a tech deck.
No shit. Look at that.
No, that's sick.
That goes over the PS2
Oh, the joysticks. That's sick.
thumbsticks.
That's insane.
That's cool.
And nobody ever talks about this game.
Is it good?
But it's all right. The art style is awesome. It's like like a cell shaded Jet Set Radio kind of style. And you never see it with the tech deck or the outer box. So
I can see that tech deck being lost long ago.
Keep an eye out for it if you ever see it in the wild. You look on eBay right now. I don't think there's anything on eBay. So
that tech deck got lost in many couches.
Oh, I'm sure. Tossed out.
I've heard it's like actually like impossible to play with the tech deck, but it'd be great for somebody on like one of those awesome dames done quick to play through this game with the tech deck. I'd watch that. Yeah. So those are my three. Sorry for
No, that's great.
I know it's supposed to be one. So
that's awesome.
You're the guest. You're allowed to do whatever the hell you want.
Well, in that case, that Will's gone.
What is it? It's James's turn.
No, I already went.
Oh, did you go?
Yeah,
Cyberpunk, which is on my backlist. Definitely, I want to play that.
Will the whole show goes off the freaking rails. I mean, he's the glue that keeps this bitch together.
What are you talking about? What did I miss?
Sticky.
You missed my entire.
You got to start doing the show like on a commode. That's about it.
Only as soon as a PlayStation Portable can.
I showed off my Rarity report. Monster Racers.
I saw that. I'm sorry I had to leave, but
Magus.
Yes, good one. Maggots.
And Yanya Kabbalista with the outer box and the tech.
Oh man, I had that. I found it.
It is not common.
No, do you got the skateboard with it?
Of course.
Well, yeah. The thing, it's weird. It's got little round.
You just never see it. You never see this. I mean, I don't know how many exist in the world that are like this. So who knows?
Did you buy that from me?
Maybe on eBay. I think I bought it on eBay a few years ago.
No, not on eBay. I don't
like 5 years ago.
Yeah, Radio to Rancid said that Stop Skeletons from Fighting. That would be the perfect game for him because he does all the weird controller games.
I just love weird shit, so I had to have this.
Yeah.
Speaking of weird shit. Okay, I'm done.
Speaking of weird shit.
All right, guys. Let's see. We're moving on, ladies and gentlemen. This is package time.
It's package time.
This is the point in the show where we show you our dicks. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Who wants to go first? I went first last time. I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
I'll go first. Here we go. Oh no, that's him. All right. Oh no, there we go. Oh, there we go. Production value through the roof.
We are professionals.
I got some more Japanese shit in. Woohoo! I posted a game. I belong to this limited run games group on the Facebooks, and I posted a picture of my Last Blade 2. And some dickhead was like, "What happened to the Last Blade 1?" Well, you dickhead, there it is. It's Last Blade 1. I love it. I love this
Probably
game.
wasn't alive too.
What?
When it came out, he probably wasn't alive.
Yeah.
This
So true.
this is a fighter. People with swords. And this last I played this. I've been playing this. I put a couple hours in this. Went through twice, and I beat it twice. 2 different characters, and it's a good time. It's SNK goodness, and they take their time with these games, and they really put a lot of heart into it. Got like it's like a mini movie that comes featured in it. But anyway, there's the Last Blade 2. And I love the little touches from Japan. Oh, there we go. And this thing, I always love it when they send me this little thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it goes on the outside there. But there's the Last Blade 2. Got that in. Very happy with that. More from Japan. This is Vampire Savior EX Edition.
Very cool.
Now, this was Darkstalkers 3 here in America. Basically, this is Vampire Savior. They had to pull a couple characters out of the game, so it would run with the because it didn't have enough memory. So they pulled 3 characters from the arcade, but when they dropped the EX and they put them back in here, they're in Darkstalkers 3. If you know Darkstalkers, great fighting game. I love this shit. Next, Neon Genesis Steel, Girlfriend of Steel.
What was that?
What made you buy that game, Will?
Well, I love Neon Genesis Evangelion. I'm all about the giant robots. I named my daughter one of my daughters Ava after this robot. And I'll never play this. I watched a fan translation on YouTube, and that's as good as it gets. Basically, Shinji Ikari gets a girlfriend, and there's little to no mecha action in this. But I just had to have it in my collection, and it was cheap, super cheap. And look, they even gave me a little. I don't know what this is, but
A moist towel.
yes, it's for my hentai purpose.
That's the thing. You're supposed to put that over your nose to
Just
stop
to
the bird flu.
wipe yourself with it afterwards after you play the game.
Well, you guys remember
wipe the gooch spot.
Jesus Christ, you guys are the worst.
Stops the bird flu.
Wrong country, fucker. Why isn't it closing now? You guys broke it, you assholes. But yeah, I just love this weird Japanese word shit, and yeah, it's in English and in Japanese here. So there we go. There's that. I also bought a PS3 game this week. I bought this because I knew my son would flip out when I brought it home. This is Brutal Legend.
Nice. Jack Black.
Before Jack Black got fucking cringy as fuck. I lost all respect for him when he did that fucking Mario movie, as you like to you guys over in the East Coast like say.
He's gonna be in Minecraft here.
Great job. What are you talking about? Now he's going to be in the Minecraft.
He did a good job.
He is a cartoon character, but anyway, the only bad thing about this game is too much Ozzy Osbourne in it, and yeah, it's Brutal Legend. There we go. I also got a PS2 game, believe it or not.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
From Japan, this is Lupin the Third: Legacy of the Sorcerer King. I'm a big fan of Lupin, always have been, always will be, and this is the world's greatest thief in the world. And
like a really trash PS2 Lupin game, right? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, there's an American one. I can't remember what it's called, but it's this different game. But this is more Lupin. I got a PS1 version of this. I got a PS1, not version, but Lupin game. But yeah, there's that Lupin the Third. I love the cartoon. I will be playing this on my modded PS3. Now this next game is ugly. I went into GameStop and I actually bought a game just for strictly for the purpose of playing it. It's not a shelf, and you'll see why. This is Dead or Alive 5, last round. As you can see, it's
What
missing.
the hell?
Yeah, it's ripped. It's
Why? What did you do?
GameStop special, right?
it's how it came, dude.
Ah.
But it's got some issues right there.
Why'd you
You
bother?
still bought it.
Because I want to play it.
You're not a fucking collector. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
I'd be like up all night thinking about that. Like it'd be like,
I
Yeah.
I'd be on
I-
eBay already looking for a fresh cover. And
Yeah, hit
dude.
Clayton up,
I-
man. Hit Clayton up.
I am gonna be hitting Clayton up. He's gonna be making me a fresh one.
and you're gonna make a fake cover, put it in the wild,
No,
and
it's not
this
fake.
copy
I'll have
is
the fake
all
cover
over the
underneath
place.
over the real cover.
Look, anytime Clayton makes me a reproduction, he always marks it on the back. Sticky Woody Studio.
I know,
He always hides it in there. But yeah,
Little Timmy doesn't know that.
it was funny, dude. I went into GameStop and I got fucking recognized, which is fucking weird.
You're an internet celebrity. You're a star.
No, well, I walked into the
Superstar.
place. And they're like, "It's this fucking motherfucker again." I heard him grumbling.
It's fucking
And I lived. I was like, you guys should have seen the original case it came in. The case originally was jacked as fuck, and I was like, can I get a case swap? And I flashed my eyebrows at the little lady behind the counter. She's like, yeah, sure. She hooked me up. So there we go. And those are the games I picked up this week.
Don't you love how, like, when you ask them that, like, sometimes they're either like, yeah, no problem, or like they make it seem like it's the hardest thing in the world to do.
Or like like who would ever do that? Like who would care?
Like the case swap
I
thing.
swear, like why would you ever want to do that? Like when you ask them, do you have the real cases behind the desk in the drawer?
No,
you do.
Oh no! I'm
They-
talking about like you'll pick up the case from the used section in GameStop, and maybe like the case like is all fucked up, but the artwork is fine. And it's like, yo, can I have like a fresh looking case? That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Like the blue.
No, I know exactly. Yeah, they don't. They're so young. They don't value.
It's
They don't
work.
get it.
It's work. Yeah.
I know.
It's an extra. It's
Oh
an extra.
my-
step.
That's the next generation.
Oh my god!
Fine, if I got to.
Well, that's
Whatever.
when I really get mad. It's like, can I please see what's in your drawers? Oh no.
I know.
Why not? I'm trying to buy something.
I wish
I-
people would
I-
ask what were in my drawers all the time. Hey,
I-
Because
I-
you know they're
I-
too lazy to put the real cases out. So
the best shit they had, because I asked, "Well, you got any retro?" Because you got if you want retro stuff from GameStop, you got to ask, and then they fucking type you out a list and shit. But
I hate GameStop. So.
yeah, they're the last true
I
American
feel like I'm doing
video
them a
game chain.
favor every time I walk.
my
in the door.
GameStop just lets
I
me go
feel
behind
like-
the counter and open up the drawers. I intimidate them.
I feel like I'm like that last guy
Intimidate-
going into
with your-
Radio Shack and keeping their business alive. You know,
You intimidate them with your true collector hat.
I'm a collector.
Oh shit! Look at the hat! Look at the hat! Come behind the counter, sir.
Watch out! He's a collector. Hold on. Yeah, let's give him some extra service.
Look out! All right. Well, who's up next? Those are my pickups for the week.
James, you want to go first? You want me to go first? I don't think we have a
Yeah.
bunch of the same stuff this week, so it doesn't matter.
I got a lot of variants here, so you can go ahead.
All right. I didn't realize that I got this much this week. I mean, I was bringing my stuff to the table today, and I said, "Holy fuck, I got a problem."
Quick question. You guys think
could've told you that.
PS3 is retro?
Yes.
Would you consider PS3 retro?
Yes, there is retro.
Yes.
Yes.
I do the 25-year rule, so it's about
25
there.
year?
Yeah.
For me, the difference between retro and modern is the HDMI cord. So yeah, no, I don't think it's retro, but age-wise, I guess it is. But
Yeah.
that's just if the console takes a HDMI cord, get this shit.
When
out
I
of here.
first started collecting in 1999, I started buying up like loose NES games like left and right because they were super cheap. And at that point, it had been out for 14 years,
Mm-hmm.
and it felt like a lifetime to me.
Yeah.
I was 19. So How long has the PS3 been out?
Came out in 06. So damn, I'm going on 20 years.
Yeah.
So I think
So it's
like for
almost
me,
finished.
like that's got to, it doesn't feel like for me now because I'm older. Time's moving by faster, but
Well, if you look at the price hikes
Yeah.
and all that, I mean, it's typically once it reaches its 25th year. I mean, that's GameCube spot on, perfect example. It's not going to hit the 25
somebody
year
told me
mark. That
15
was it.
years once, and I feel like that was pretty accurate
Mm.
for retro.
Yeah.
I typically think like when people that had the console when they were a kid, like that was their console, their first console. Once they get to like their 30s and they have expendable money and they want to go back and relive their childhood, that's for any collecting thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's that sweet spot right there. When we were younger, like the big collectibles were like antique trains, for our
Lionel
parents,
and-
like all that. Nobody wants that shit now, you know what I mean? Or like Elvis collectibles or something weird like that,
Mhm.
Depression glass, who wants
Depression
any of
glass.
it? Yeah, who wants any of that now? Nobody wants that,
This is a fucking funny depression glass.
Yeah, dude, my mom was nuts on the
My wife has got some of that. We looked it up and we were like, yeah, this is worth nothing. Yeah.
It used to be, but all right, pickups. I too got a PS2 Japan game. I got Vampire: The Dark Stalkers collection. Very similar to Will, but I did not know that
Nice.
Will got that, so he must have copied me.
Oh yeah, because
He's looking at your camera.
that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Show me a Barbie game. Yeah, I'm copying it. Get the fuck out of
Asking
here.
for PS2, you guys delivered. I like it.
Today from Limited Run, Jamestown Plus came in.
Awesome game. If you haven't played it, it is
great shmup.
awesome.
I have it
have
on the
to get that.
Switch. I don't know why.
It's a
I don't know
4-player
why-
game too.
I don't know why they came out with the Switch version so much earlier than the PS4 version, but this just came in the mail today. That Turok 1 and 2 collection on the PS4. I'm very excited to play these.
I think that sold out in the first day or two, right? Like that. I remember
Um,
going on and trying to see if I could get it, but it was already sold out.
It was like the second day because it had gone down in price a little bit. I think I got it for like 50. So
Yeah, paid 49 too much.
Turok
I have the originals. I mean, I didn't even.
if Turok gets like the kid that was named Turok, does he get like a royalty? For every
Yeah,
Turok game?
exactly.
Yeah,
Use
he's
my
in
name.
line. He's in line with the Florida Joker.
He's like the little baby on the Nirvana Nevermind cover that's constantly
Yeah.
trying to sue them.
Yeah.
Right?
You showed my dick.
So, my order from First Press Games came in. I got Gigaforce.
Holy smokes!
I thought those guys were crooks.
No, they're not crooks. They send things out.
They're
Word
crooks
on
in
the
sense
street is
that
they're
they
crooks.
take like 6 years.
Well, they plainly say what's in stock and what's on pre-order. Granted, I do have a pre-order that I've been waiting on for them for about 2.5, 3 years, but
I think
I
they
learned
just
my
sit
lesson
around
on
and do
it.
nothing all day. Honestly,
yeah, exactly.
like they're honest, but they're lazy. Yeah, that's my theory.
They shipped it right away. It took a month to get to me still after they shipped it. That's how lazy they were. So
I'm
these are
waiting
pretty
on
cool.
what's the big shmup that they have? I'm waiting on that one to be actually in stock to order it.
That's all I could say.
Don
about that.
Pachi Resurrect.
They got Dodonpachi?
Not
No,
Dodonpachi.
Dodonpachi
Wow.
Resurrection just came out. You can get that on PlayStation.
What do they have?
I forget which one.
Crimson Clover.
Yeah,
That's
that
the one I'm
one's
waiting
on
for that.
pre-order. Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
been on pre-order. But these
Yeah.
are pretty cool. I mean, they come in this nice, like, kind of leathery type case, and they all come with a coin. That annoys me because you can't fit the coin in the case. So what do you do with the coin? I don't know.
Open it up.
Put it in a vending machine.
They're
They do have
open.
beautiful stuff. They
Like
really
They're
do.
James
open.
did with our
Oh.
donations.
You think you'd be able to put the coin in the case, but the manual that comes in it is like a 90-page booklet. I mean, it's beautiful, but
Yeah,
this
thick.
doesn't fit in there. It won't shut. It'll break the disc. So
Yeah, I feel sorry for PS4 collectors. There's so many out there, just like Switch collectors. If they're going for a full set,
yeah.
I mean, I hate
Yeah.
First Press, but their stuff is gorgeous.
Yeah, I got Malacca. The only reason I wanted to get these 3 is because I had the other one. I bought that like a year or 2 ago.
What, Natsuki
So
or whatever?
The other shmup. Yeah, that's what it was. That's yeah. I can't remember what the fuck I have. And Rival Mega Gun. Couldn't tell you anything about these games. I just like that they come in blue little fucking things. All right, so there we go.
That's a competitive shmup.
Is it? What else we get? We get this came in today. Senrin Banka. I guess it's a visual novel. Everybody's calling me dirty for buying it.
Anime
But
is
cool.
for pervs.
Persona 3 Portable that came today. I got this in Silence on the Switch. This is
I heard this one was
European-
hard to get.
I had no problem finding it. I found it on Amazon. 2 clicks.
What?
To my house. So
Dude,
it's a
What kind
PAL
of game is
exclusive.
that?
Oh.
My sources suck.
It's like I have it on the PS4 also. It's it takes place in World War II. It's sort of like a point and click type game. The story looks really good. I haven't played it, but it does look very interesting. What else we get in? We got the best cute 'em up of all time in here. We got the Double D
Cute.
collection. Look at that.
Oh my god.
Dude, I played this for so many
Double
hours yesterday and
D.
today. This is the cutest little game. It's so cute. I love it. Oh my god, they throw hearts at it. Oh, you get hearts. It's hearts. It's hearts. It's hearts. I love it.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Dude, you're worse than what I portray to be.
All right. PS3. Portable
PS3.
PS4.
What?
I don't fucking know. We got Buddy Simulator on this. I don't. The cover trips me out. I don't know what this is about. So, I guess it's for people that don't have friends. It'll work in very well with me.
Buddy.
Gamers seeking gamers.
Gamers seeking gamers. Spellforce Conquest of EO. European exclusive PS5 game, I guess. Don't know. Can't help you guys. Schlag den Star.
The wealth of knowledge.
Slag.
Now, supposedly this is a very
Lame piece of shit.
LGBTQ friendly TV show in Germany. That's what I heard. I don't know.
This is the
Wait.
time on Sprockets when we dance.
Yes. We had to get the Spain version and the French version of
You are
Let's
just
Sing.
bringing the fire tonight, Sean. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Kung Fury, and that came with a soundtrack.
I love
That's
the
what
reversible
we're on.
cover for that one.
Can I ask you guys a serious question? And maybe it's been posed before. Why do you buy this filler new?
The
What?
full set, sir.
Like, why do you buy all this filler when it comes out? Like, why don't you?
Because
wait?
I'll forget. I'll lose track.
All right, that's a good excuse.
I need the release date info, and then if not, it's out of my mind.
the truth is, you know,
you probably save yourself like $50 if you wait a couple.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I blatantly know that, but I don't fucking care. It's not worth the headache. I mean, going back, like trying to like build my PS3 collection or something like that. It's a freaking nightmare. Like, oh, that came out. Oh, now that came out. Oh shit, I forgot about that one. I got to get this. Nah, fuck that. James brought up the reversible cover for Kung Fury. It is actually pretty cool. It's a not that it's like a super original idea, but it is a complete Blockbuster Video rental cover. So if you wanted to
Yeah, that's dope. I
look
like that.
very retro, I knew this was
Very
going to be a
nice,
long
Tyler.
one. Well, we're coming to the end. I only have like a couple more. Sorry, guys. All right.
hold on. What was
It's
that
like
shit
the-
you just put on the screen, James?
Leave it here.
P&P Games does have the Turok double pack in stock. If I want to pick it, no.
Yeah,
Thank
you should get it, Will.
No, dude.
This one came in. This is like a 2D. Looks like a side scroller. Blaze in the deep blue. That would be a Asian only release. It does look pretty cool. I'm not sure if it's a Metroidvania, but I see 2D stuff on the back. Meet Your Maker, another Asian game. This is like a builder. It's online only, I think. You build like your fortress and whatnot, and people come and try and raid it, and you have to defend it. Tales of Arise with the Beyond the Dawn DLC. The DLC is on a code, unfortunately. So if you want it on the disc, you're shit out of luck. Spirit of the Island, Game of the Year, definitely, by far. Okay. 2024,
Yeah,
starting out great. Guilty Gear, 25th anniversary box.
No, that's
It's
nice.
a big fucking box with the first just the vanilla game of Guilty Gear, and it has a code for season 3 in there. And a fucking book.
I can't read. I can't read.
And oh no, not finally. Ambition
damn it.
Record, another fucking Camco fucking release.
They
And
just
finally-
churned them out. I think AI must make their games.
Yeah.
No, I must. I
Keiko
do,
no Tatsui for the Switch with
I
the
do
drum.
respect this game.
This game
This-
just got delisted, or is getting delisted, or just got delisted from the Nintendo Switch eShop. So this is the only way to get it physically. You don't have to get the big box though. But I'm an asshole, and I like
Well, you got it if you want the
boxes.
drum.
Huge
they get-
vaginas.
All right, Matt, you want to go next, or you pass
Sure.
on, Shane?
Sure.
All right.
And I apologize. I actually have way too much stuff. It was just happened to be a big.
What after us? Jesus fucking.
Have I shown you this meme?
I have seen it. I had a really kind of busy morning, but we'll get to that at the end. I just wanted to show off quickly a couple of ones. So I went into GameStop this week, and
Hated
it's
it.
the only PlayStation one I have, I think. One Punch Man. I got this used. I don't know. I may try it for a laugh. Is that a brawler or a fighter? I can't tell. Have you guys?
I don't
played
know. I've watched the anime, but I've never played any of the games. It's a good anime.
There's a bunch of games out there, I think. This is just the latest, but this is the kind of thing I like. I own this on like every system, but for some reason I didn't have it on Switch, so I picked this up at GameStop. I had a bunch of coupons.
Shovel Knight for you people.
Yeah, this is actually
on
one of
radio.
my favorite games of all time. So I absolutely love. This is like my kind of game. The most insulting thing of the week came in the mail. This is the only thing I got in the mail. Everything else was local. I waited almost 3 years for these two games, and I could have gotten them cheaper if I had just bought them recently.
Roll Force. Have you played it?
I have played through this entire game on Xbox. I absolutely love it. So I will keep this definitely and play it again.
I waited the same 3 years, and I feel like I'm going to still buy the store versions for some reason.
They had this on sale recently for like $10 less than I paid.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And this one, and I don't know why I didn't get the special reserve. Who knows what was going through my head 3 years ago?
I did the same.
And
thing.
I waited 3 years. Where's my numbered version? Like what? What the hell?
Nothing. Yeah.
Welcome to FOMO collecting.
I paid $10 more and shipping. And I got Demon Throttle, which has been out for 6 years. Yep. But it's been out for a while. But because I ordered them together, they came together. And this one, I don't know why I bought this as special reserve and not this one. But this one I can get for probably at least $10 less than I paid for it.
Demon Throttle Demon Throttle, I think, was the one that was only available on the cartridge, not available digital.
Correct. But they
So.
overproduced it. So,
Yeah.
all right. I had my crackhead pickup of the week.
Those are the best deals.
Yeah.
If
The
if
best
you're awake-
deals, but also the most curveballs. So this guy hit me up. He showed me these two games. He said, "What would you give me for them?"
and you give him a crack rock.
And I don't want these games.
How much
right?
rock?
Reach around
already-
and reach around in a blowy.
I own these games already, and I don't want these games. But if someone's going to offer me something, I'm going to tell them how much I'm going to pay. So I told him $25.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought this was like a young kid the way he was talking. And then we were about to meet up, and he starts showing me games. He's like, I got this game.
Oh,
this
biting
game, and
guidance.
I got this game.
Arx Fatalis. I'm not familiar with that
Yeah.
one.
It's an
Pretty
Xbox original
uncommon.
game.
Matt, we're also a podcast, so people are listening to us. So if you could say the titles of the game.
Oh, I'm sorry. Arx Fatalis. I was actually gonna go through a little bit. And Bait and Kados. The first one, The Eternal Wings of the Lost Ocean.
I can't remember. Arc went up in price a little bit, didn't it? Or
It
no?
did. And then this one, he showed me the cover was Harvest Moon, Skytree Village, and Pokemon Ultra Sun. So I told him, I'll give you $25 for Ultra Sun and Skytree Village because I'm a dirty reseller and I'm going to resell them.
Oh, filthy.
Bring what
resell.
else do you have? So he brings what else he has. He brings Arx Fatalis. He brings Bait and Kados.
Let me guess. He only wanted like 5 of them.
So we agreed on 60 with the caveat that he's going to when he pulls his Nintendo stuff out for me, because I was going to give him 50 because I opened up Harvest Moon and it's Harvest Moon A New Beginning. Crack. And I brought up Ultra Sun and it's Mario Kart 7. It gets better. It gets better.
Oh no!
What?
Arx Fatalis. All right, at least that one's got the real game, the right game, but no manual.
No, Manny.
All right, let me guess. It's going to be the Dora the Explorer game on the game.
And then Bait and Kados. Bonus.
There you go.
Mario
Nice.
Kart, but there's no disc 2 to Bait and Kados.
Too.
And is that the game for Mario Kart or the bonus disc for Mario Kart?
It's the game, thank God.
That's not bait and Kados. That's bait and switch.
So I got a bunch of
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to. This is actually pretty uncommon. I think this is part of my rarity report. So I hit him up and I said, "Where's this Nintendo that you promised me like the next day?" He's ghosted. Yeah,
Yep.
he said something like once, but he's done. So anyway, that's the crackhead pickup of the week.
Nice thing about a crackhead, if you're awake at the right time, you can get a
Yeah.
you can get
That's
a
where I got
DVD player.
my DuckTales too, and he threw it in my back seat. Yeah. So I actually have a collector friend that's kind of getting out of the game, and just timing wise, it just happened to be this morning. So I don't know if you guys want to see the highlights from that. It's kind of it's like another 15 games. So I apologize. But it's some really
I
nice
thought we're
stuff.
here to look at video games, not the
All right, let's do it.
fucking,
So for the small fish, I got Raiden 5, which I have on PS4, but I might as well have it on Switch.
Nice.
Director's
Nice
Cut, great series.
Do you have the? Is that the one with the CD?
Yeah, it's got everything.
Yeah.
In it.
Yeah, very cool.
This guy who probably could compete with Sean for his just
Insanity.
I have the special edition of this, which I don't feel like opening anymore. So now I just decided to buy this open, so I could play it for good things. That's way forward, I think, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Way forward. Way forward also makes
Shantai, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Contra
River City.
4,
River
River
City.
City. Yeah.
River City. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
All right,
They're in bed with limited run.
he actually had he had a PlayStation 1 game, Philosoma, that I really wanted, but we couldn't find it.
Oh, Philosoma's great.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to I think I'm going to get that on eBay.
Yeah, just buy the Japanese version, dude. Save yourself some money.
I can't read Japanese.
You don't need to, dude. It's a freaking shooter.
No, but it's on my shelf. I won't know what game it is.
No, it says it's on one side. On one side it's in Japanese, but on the other side of the spine it's in English.
Okay.
And then it's a different size case, Will.
It's like a
Yes,
$50
it's
game.
awesome.
Well, I might as well just I'll just get
You shut up. Listen to me. Japanese games. It's the new shit. Get on it. Let's go.
Will's
And
no
we-
more. He's not xenophobic anymore.
No, and then you know what happened? We all start buying the Japanese games. He goes, "These motherfuckers are buying up
He's
all
gonna
the
sell
goddamn
them all.
Japanese games."
You guys
This,
ruined it
that.
for
I
me.
can't get any fucking
I'll sell you my
Japanese deals.
Japanese games at 5 times what I paid for them. Let's go. Filthy reseller engaged. Let's go.
He had this marked as CIB. It's sealed. It's Contra Advance. He gave it to me. You know, I didn't pay a CIB price for it, but I paid a pretty good price for it. It's one I need for my Contra collection. Though I do not count the PS1 games or the recent Switch game because
Did
they're
you fit any
Kmart?
more price stickers on that fucking thing?
Yeah, this is what he paid right here. $14.99.
No,
Yeah.
Somebody had
Brand
a
new.
field day with that
Kmart,
fucking
there you
gun.
go.
Yeah.
Blue light
So
special.
I guess I want to open it now because it's sealed.
My OCD would try the hardest to get those stickers off too. Like if I wanted to keep it sealed, you know, I would be like.
I kind of like them. Like, why do they mark it 1999 twice? Like, what?
Yeah.
Somebody was having a good
Getting
old
happy
time.
with the gun.
Yeah. I ended up buying more Genesis stuff than I was expecting, but it's hard. I have a real hard time around Genesis because I didn't grow up with it at all, and it's just such a cool system. So, a renovation game, Final Zone.
Oh, nice.
It's a mech
Never heard of
game.
that one.
It's
I
kind
love
of like an
Mantis, man.
isometric mech game.
Mm-hmm.
Mazin Saga Mutant Fighter,
Oh my God.
side-scrolling beat 'em up, awesome game.
Mazinger Z is my favorite mech of all time, and that's a later iteration.
Too retro for you, Will.
You shush your mouth.
Batman, the video game, which is a completely different game than the one that's on the NES, which is also excellent.
Yeah.
This one's still a bit more of a beat 'em up for the
Yeah.
Genesis. I had this years ago, but I couldn't get the card to work, and I sold it for way too little, so I needed it back. Pirates of the Dark Water, also kind of like a beat 'em up style.
Very cool.
I have this on Super Nintendo, but I don't. This is a very different. It's a completely different game than the one on Super Nintendo. This is the Genesis version. I don't know. It's a cool. It's a
Yeah,
cool.
back when consoles were the
Yeah.
console wars meant something, where they actually had different versions of games on each console.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Arcus Odyssey, another renovation game that I needed. This is a really good like an action adventure game. A little bit like Zelda, a little bit more like something like Soul Blazer. And then finally, to complete my Splatterhouse collection,
Nice.
Mm,
Splatterhouse
nice.
2. These are all complete. So he's a really great guy, this local guy, and he gives me really good deals on stuff.
Can you hold up that cover Splatterhouse 2 real quick?
Yeah, crazy with the blue spine on that one.
It's just no, not a spine. Let me see.
Is that the is that the
ripping
PAL
off
version?
Aliens, Ghostbusters,
Yeah.
and Friday the 13th all on one cover?
I
These
can't
are all-
remember. Is that the PAL version?
These are all North America.
Okay.
All these, yeah.
I was with a buddy of mine, and he bought. He bought Splatterhouse 2, and he bought a PAL version. But I remember a blue being on the cover.
Very
I
nice.
couldn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's
It works in an NTSC Genesis though. The PAL games.
okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that. All right. Then I got kind of my recent really hard on is Super Nintendo CIB. So again, this is stuff that like I didn't think I was going to want, and now I decided I want it. So I have Jedi. I have the first one, but he did the Super Return of the Jedi and Super Empire Strikes Back.
Awesome games.
And
I
these
love.
are
Out of here.
I loved only playing the first levels on all 3 of those games when they
they're
came out.
really
Yeah.
hard games. You gotta almost
Yeah.
play them with like a cheat code or a game.
It's insane.
So hard.
Yeah.
It's just
Um,
woke.
Game Shark.
And these came out with like a second print that have black and white manuals and shitty labels. And I made sure they were the first print. So I got those 2, and I have the first one already.
One of the second one's made in like Mexico or something like that.
Yeah,
Black
the
and white,
Majesco
like,
ones. Yeah.
Black and
They
white.
did that with a bunch of the Konami games too.
Yeah.
Castlevania 4s like that.
Contra, a few others. There's a bunch like that with the black and white.
Yeah.
Even Goof Troop has one like that.
Yeah, so if you're going, you want to, you have to make sure your box says Japan, the cart says Japan, and the manual says Japan.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
The big giveaway is the black and white manual for going CIB. Super Bonk.
Very nice.
Continuing my bonk. It's got a little bit of a wave here, but and a lot of these I have loose, so I'll be reselling the loose copies.
Filthy reseller alert.
You're gonna be great. You're gonna be great in those. That's what you're doing.
This one I didn't have loose or and I had the manual, so I got Ninja Gaiden Trilogy. This one isn't quite as nice. So I have the manual already in anticipation of getting this one. And finally, the gem of the Super Nintendo lot, Sparkster. And this is in
Very cool.
beautiful condition. I think they might come out with a collection of this at some point. I have a feeling they might. It would be cool.
Konami.
There's a digital only one for the 360. I don't know if it's for the PS3 as well. That's really good too. I think it's just called Rocket Knight. So there's Rocket Knight, Sparkster.
Yeah.
Rocket Knight for the Genesis, right?
Rocket Knight
Genesis, right?
Adventures, and then Sparkster. The first one is the best game. Yeah.
Isn't Rocket Knight that little rodent?
Yeah.
And it says his name.
My
bad.
Pickles.
Oh, pickles. James, did you go?
No.
All right, man. Let's see what you
I'll
got.
go quicker.
I actually have a little bit more stuff. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
yeah,
dude.
go
I didn't mean to
ahead,
cut you off, James. Brad.
No, it's totally okay. I have the NES, and then I'm done.
All right,
So
let's
I
go.
have another stack. So again, this is all from the same guy. I go back and forth whether I'm going to complete my black box collection. So I got soccer,
Very cool.
slalom.
Now, are you
Mostly-
when you're going for the black box? Are you going like anal, like you want like the hang tab, or you don't care?
Nah.
You just want to get them done with.
Yeah, exactly.
No, dude, it's
Very
funny you bring up that
crazy
soccer.
expensive. Yeah.
It's funny you bring up that soccer game because I had a British friend. He's like, this guy's an Arsenal fan. Fuck that shit. I'm not watching. So, so cheers to Jim Jordan.
Yeah.
Popeye. I'm an Arsenal fan too. Yeah. He decided he wasn't. Yeah.
Well, Will put it in the thumbnail that you wear.
Oh, and Jim Jordan said, "Forget it." What is he, like a Man U or a Chelsea fan? Or something?
I don't know, dude. It's all football over there.
So volleyball, Popeye,
Very
slalom,
cool.
soccer, and ice climber.
Oh, ice climber.
A lot of time in
Yeah.
Ice Climber. Yeah.
Yeah, so really nice. And then I just have a couple more here. Sorry.
No, dude, take your time, man. I'm sorry
My
to cut
quest
you
to
off.
own like every shmup of all time. Image Fight.
Nice. I do need that one for the collection.
Yeah, this is in really nice shape. Doesn't have the poster, unfortunately. Some of the NES games have like a game-specific poster, which is like a blown-up version of the box art, which is awesome.
Yep.
This happens to be one of them. And unfortunately, it didn't have it, but this one, really rough condition, no manual. I'll have to hunt down the manual. RC.
Oh, I love that
2, great game made by Rare.
Yeah, I do.
4-player co-op.
I have that on the Genesis.
Okay, yeah. And then that's I love.
Wow.
I love RC
There you
Fire and Ice.
That's
which was one of the big ones, and then finally Bomberman 2. So
Ooh, very
That's
cool.
impressive.
some bangers today. So
Mhm.
yeah, so really, I mean,
And these
Very
today.
this is just this week's pickups.
This was just this week, and this was just this morning. I actually had another big one, but didn't come in the mail.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, just this
Oh,
week. I got
hey,
Fire and
Matthew,
Ice.
Matthew,
I got
tell-
Bomberman.
Well, I mean,
tell these
not-
dickheads what you bought. Tell these dickheads what you bought. The PS4 game you bought. Tell them.
So I have two things coming in the mail, other than a few other things, but they are a complete in box Metroid 3DS,
Very nice.
which
What,
the
I
maroon
love
one,
the console, the 3DS Samus
like the
edition.
burgundy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a double, but I didn't have the box, so I had to buy another
Let's-
to get the
let's-
box.
Let's hear the real banger.
The real banger is, and I got it from USA. I don't know. This guy has it. Arabs driving in cars. Arab drift.
Arab Drift Cars. Yeah.
Oh,
Watch the
yeah.
podcast with what's his name?
welcome to the club.
With Nico.
Yeah, Nicolo Rossi. Oh,
And
yeah.
I said I gotta have that game. I must own it. Just
Gotta
so
get it.
No, you know.
ever comes to my house, and if anybody ever comes to my house again, I can show it off. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Start
No.
playing in Arab style.
So I can
Yeah.
be part of the club.
You must hide that game in shame, is what you must do. Jeez.
That's hilarious.
All right. How much, man? Can I ask how much you paid for it?
What, the Arab?
Arab drift cars.
130.
Oh shit, that's a deal.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's like what they've been going. Like
No,
when
isn't
I
it
got mine,
the
I think
ones
that's
that-
what it was.
I think I look. Him and I were talking about it, and the cheapest one's like 175 on eBay, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, they go.
Yeah, I
all
buy
over the
eBay
place.
because you pay tax too. So yeah, it's
Yeah, I hate
it
that.
was, yeah.
It's one guy with a box, and he puts them up for all different prices. Like, yeah,
No.
when they start selling for 120, then he brings it to 170. Then they're not selling. He brings it back down to 120. and
Yeah.
does it again.
Right.
Yep.
Oh man,
How many of those do you think they made?
1,000.
You
Probably
think that's
that.
it?
One print.
Oh, that's the minimum print run for a PS4 game is 1,000.
You don't think they were just like, fuck it, let's just get like 3,000 printed?
Why would they
Like,
do
no.
that? Why?
Because they were rich and they didn't care. They thought it was, they had such high hopes for the game. They're like, this is going to sell so well. This is going to be a cult hit, a sleeper hit.
I'm sorry, but I don't think they're that bright. God damn it! Is that racist?
Probably.
I'm an asshole.
I don't think YouTube allows that.
Yeah.
By that bright, I mean Sony. I'm talking about Sony. All right, James. What do you got for us, Mr. James?
A lot of obviously with the end of the year, a lot of stuff didn't come out, so I got a lot of picked up a lot of variant stuff that I needed. So I'll go through these real quick here. Thanks to VG. No, actually, I got this. No, I didn't get this from VGP. But this is Tiny Troopers Global Ops. This is the limited run version of it. Then they made, I want to say, maybe 400 copies of this version.
You just got that?
Yeah, I didn't get it. I didn't get it online when they came out with it. I got the retail one. So I got this one here. Thanks to VGP because I missed out on this doing limited run, but I finally got Dragon Pana, or what is it? Yeah, Prana.
Dragon
something like that.
Penai?
Yeah, Penai. Another Kimco classic.
Mm-hmm.
So I missed out on that one, and literally, I mean, if VGP is putting these limited run games, there's really no reason to get these games from limited run.
Right.
I'm kind of
How
finding out.
dare you send your money to Canada rather than America? For fuck's sake! How dare you,
I know.
America?
No. America.
Well, James, you know what's going to happen. You're going to get used. You're going to say that, get used to that, and then all of a sudden they're going to stop
not gonna get
selling
it.
their games to VGP, and then you're going to be like a whole year behind on like pre-orders.
Yeah.
for limited run.
I know. I missed the one last week, so that's the one I missed that one, so I gotta get that one. Finished my NBA 2K lot or set variant set, so that was the last one I needed for that one. Waited for that one down in price.
Please
There's
tell me how many NBA 2. How many of those you got?
there's 3 of them. And I got a little something. You gotta watch the pickup video for this month. 'Cause I got something to go with this.
All
I'm
right.
not gonna show it now, but Ambition record came today.
Mm-hmm.
So got that another Kimco classic. Finished the the crew motor set limited edition here.
Yeah.
This is the hardest one to find out of this.
It's the Amazon one, right?
Yeah, it's the hardest one to find. If you find it, it's expensive. I don't know why, but I got the variant of Plague Tale Requiem. This is the Focus Store exclusive cover. So great game, by the way. I think this is on Game Pass this month too. So
yeah,
definitely check that one out if you guys haven't. And then I'm missing one more. There's like literally 5 of these games variants. But this is one of them here. This is the Avatar Special Edition. So I got one more left, and then I'll have that set for that. So I heard good things about it. I haven't played it yet, so I'll play it at some point. But that's it right there.
All right. There we go. Am I muted? No. I think I'm muted. Okay, we got one more segment we got to do. Oh, let me find the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, this is video game shitposting. All right. All right, we're gonna run through this real quick.
That's me on a Tuesday night.
That's the Tetris
Sean recorded
kid.
that. His voice.
This one comes to me from Sean. Never order from Temu. If you know, you know. What the hell is that,
Nintendo
Sean?
Switch.
Oh, it's a Switch. Oh shit!
That's racist.
I thought it was something that went up your
Nintendo
butt.
Switch.
I don't know. Jesus Christ.
I like how you didn't ask me what it was and you still put it up.
I want to play a game. Is it Fortnite? No, I just want you to cut your foot off. At least it's not Fortnite. Oh, what else we got here? They say a 13-year-old beat Tetris. I know a 9-year-old who got 50,000 on Double Dragon. Dude, the movie The Wizard was trash. I don't care what you say. Fuck your nostalgia.
No.
You suck in opinions. How about that, Will?
Oh no, it's impossible. No, it's impossible. All right, this one's for I got this one for Sean. You never seen this one, Sean? Here we go. I love the look and the feel. The testers are really loving Nazi Blaster. Pre-orders are going through the roof. Where did you get the inspiration for such unique characters? If you're at home, if you're listening on Spotify, you won't get it. Go check us out on YouTube. What else is Jesus? That was bad. All right, here we go. Dad, I killed that giant turtle monster while you're in the bathroom. Little fucker, come here. I don't even know. I'm just going through these guys.
What the fuck does that one mean, dude? I don't get that one.
Well, the kid beat the game for his dad while he's in the bathroom.
Oh.
Anyway, correction: console versus PC. Console. There's a good PC and there's a modded PC. Yeah, I don't know. This is a PC meme. I don't get it. I just needed some filler here. What's this? Monk. Buddha. What makes us human? Buddha. Selecting all images with traffic lights. I don't know how this is video game related, but I stuck it in
I
here.
hate those damn puzzles. Are you a
Oh,
robot?
no, there's Figsy again. We don't need to see him. Here we go. Microsoft unveils a new bath toy, the Xbox Series S toaster.
That's hilarious.
You know, it's sold out on Walmart. I looked today.
What?
It's sold out on Walmart. I looked.
Yeah, because people are fucking idiots. I went to a video game store. They said they specialize in hard to find video games. Nothing was alphabetized. Okay, that's my best Mitch Hedberg impression. It's not a very good one. What else we got? Oh, this one comes from Michael Pappas. Sleep paralysis, but the demon keeps asking, which games are Souls like? Is Fortnite a Souls like? All right. Thank you, Michael Pappas, for that one. What do we got here? This one comes from Sean. They'll understand me in Japan.
Guy's like, huh?
I forgot to bring the Sean chasing the Japanese. Okay, well, anyway. Here we go. Xbox Prison Edition. All right, there.
Who was it last week?
That was
What?
Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prison.
I can't show this next one. Yeah, well, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah.
Yes,
here
we
go.
can.
This is a visual only. It's a Pokemon meme. It is of questionable taste. If you're listening on Spotify or iTunes, go check out the YouTube. All right, here we go. Women and children first. I play video games on easy. Go ahead. This one.
You
This
got a
one
little heat this week on about this one.
I posted this on Reddit. Fucking 1,000 freaking upvotes, but fucking I was watching it. It's just going up and down, up and down. This one got people mad. People took this one to heart, and to those people who are hurt because you play video games on easy and I hurt your feelings, fuck you, pussy. All right, so
I play all my games on easy.
here's another one in the
Shame.
same vein.
I don't have time for that.
Difficulty setting easy. No. Difficulty setting story driven. Yeah, that's for me. Fucking pussies. All right, here we go. What's this? Oh, yeah. When GameStop tries to sell you an open game as a new, but you're too shy to say anything, so your psycho girlfriend threatens the cashier. I don't know. That's a fucking, it's a magical pairing. And I think that's it, guys. This is this week's that was this week's edition of Video Game Ship. Obnoxious.
You know that last one's kind of going anti GameStop. I mean, did it get pulled down anywhere?
I posted it in was it GameStop Hunters. I think I did get pulled down.
I think I must have gotten kicked from that group. I forgot about that group. Too much anti GameStop in there. Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Oh my
if you
God.
post anything anti GameStop, they fucking lose their minds, dude. GameStop has some warts. Just fucking go along with it. But no, it is what it is. This is I think this is our longest episode ever, Matthew. Congratulations.
I apologize.
No, I blame Sean.
What me worry?
Thanks, guys. I had a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming on. If you want to catch up with Matthew and his shenanigans, you can catch him on the Retro City Buy Sell Trade Facebook group. Good group. They were dumb enough to make me a mod, and so I'm up in there fucking doing my shit. So catch him there, catch his shenanigans there, catch some good sales there, and come on by. Fucking drop in and say hello and join the group. If you want some deals, you can find him. That Johnny Rogue guy, he's got some Japanese shit. You know Japanese shit? The new wave. You guys know? You know what the fuck. Matt, do you got an Instagram, Matt, or anything, or is this Facebook?
Just Facebook, really. I mean, you can hit me up on Facebook. I love to trade, love to sell to collectors. I do conventions and stuff when I have extra stuff. So find me on Facebook, find me on Retro City Video Games, and be happy to
Definitely
work it out for you, or hook you up with somebody that I know, because I got a lot of connections too. So
very nice.
Matthew,
Definitely appreciate you coming on, man. Definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been a good night, man. Definitely.
I've been love seeing you guys. Your hunt, your kids have fun.
Did you have fun, Matt?
Yeah.
I had a great time. Yeah.
All right.
Good.
For all you fuckers
I'm glad you were able to make the whole episode.
We were cutting it close there. I had a 2-year-old that didn't want to go to bed tonight because she knew that her dad was doing something. So she's ain't happening.
Yeah.
Well, to all you fuckers who I've reached out to and invited on the show and you said no, Matt had a great time, so eat a dick. All right. Wait. Here we go. Yeah, this is our sign off here. Let's hope we can get this right. So for me,
We'll get it right.
from James, from Sean, and Matthew, may I be so bold as to speak for you?
Please do.
Peace.
Good night, everybody.